Hello everybody and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will and today we are back and we are playing some games. Yes we are. We're back on Lost Mines of Phandelver. This is episode, I believe, 8. That sounds like a lot of maths. We are back once again today with full cast and crew, aside from Kiana, who will be joining back with us next week, and for our Paranoia 2-shot tonight. Cameras everywhere, let's move people around. Let's go around the cast and crew, figure out who we are and who we are playing today, and let's start with Liam. How's it going, Liam?
It's going very well. Will, how about you?
It's going good. I'm excited for today's shenanigans.
Excellent. Yeah, me too. I'll be playing Nate, the party's rogue. That's about it, really.
Fantastic. Yes, the warrior of the purple... No, not the purple sword. The rainbow sword, my mistake.
Rainbow sword, yes. The fabulous sword.
The purple sword would be something entirely different, but we'll get into that later. We have Chris with us today. How's it going, Chris?
Hey, I'm good, thanks. We'll be playing the half bard, half warlock, Oberon, the illusionist.
Half bard, half warlock, all sex.
Yes, fractions of the lost, but hey, I'm looking forward to this. This is good. We might even meet my patron.
Oh yeah.
So this is gonna be interesting.
I'm looking forward to it. Fantastic. We also have Lauren back with us today. How's it going, Lauren?
Oh, it's going good, Will. I play Lady Georgiana Whitmore. She is a noble human fighter, bratty, hormonal noble from Waterdeep, crossbow wielding, badass, unintentional serial killer who cares too much. That's me.
I just love too much.
I do.
Fantastic. Yes, and Julian has her cloak of invisibility on at the moment, so she'll be joining us, I'm sure, in a couple of moments' time.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. But let's remind ourselves what happened last time on the show. Of course, we do have these fantastic recaps that you can find. Oh, no, singular, not plural. Recap, rather, that you can find. But why need that when we have our own Lauren here to tell us what happened last time? So, Lauren, what happened on episode 7?
So much, obviously. We got so far in it, we progressed so much, we did not stop to dilly-dally at all. We flew on a dragon and we passed over this town called Torgem because we wanted to get to this portal to the Feywild that Oberon knew of, where he originally came in, because we're going there, it's happening. Because we want to talk to his patron. But there was we were a little tired after our dragon ride, so we wanted to have a little fun. So much fun was had. We got very drunk. Maybe
too much fun was had.
Yeah, definitely will. So much fun for everyone. There were ducks. There were duck shenanigans. Thank you, Prudish. I love the ducks. And nothing else of note happened. We went to the Feywild. Nothing else happened.
We have a duck army now.
Yes, there's a duck army.
Duck army.
With cute anime eyes and farts rainbows.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but yeah, that's also true.
We went back
and
there.
We saw an old friend and it wasn't awkward at all. And he's not a dick now. Definitely not. Not creepy.
Yeah, you met back with one Duncan Hallwinter, who turns out is now the leader of this town, and kind of struck a deal with Nate that he would go and take his soldiers to help you guys down at the mines, seeing as he owes Nate one for bringing him back from the dead. He's not a zombie, though. He's just a little bit of a dick these days, now that he's been brought back alive. And you guys headed into the Feywild, kind of falling through a portal once again, as Oberon had done years before when he was a child. And you ended up in this gigantic realm of trees and plant life and wildlife, which is, like a leaf is the size of a skyscraper. There is stuff which is fantastically huge around here, and you guys realized that time was moving very, very quickly indeed, as the suns were kind of spreading across the sky in the matter of kind of seconds or minutes. And of course, time in the Feywild equals sort of time in the real world. So every time that the suns would pass around, that's a day. And if a day goes by in about 20 seconds, then they are burning through time at the moment. So yeah, you guys immediately headed off to what you thought was Titania's realm and to her kind of palace to try and sort things out a little bit. However, on your way, you saw this kind of like sickly vomit kind of pouring down a tree, and you looked up, and there were giant festering maggots that were wriggling above in the gigantic trees, heading down towards you guys, and these are the size of, cars, more like Land Rovers, I suppose. And they are they're on their way, and they look pretty damn hungry. So that's where we left off last week. Seeing as Jillian, you're back. Remind us, who are you going to be playing today, Jillian?
I'll be playing as Liana, the High Elven Sorcerer, who's now a proud owner of a tiny duck named Dobby.
Yes, indeed. Fantastic.
Who's wearing
Festering.
huge armor and has a cool beak now. Or is it just I think it's just the armor or something. And anime eyes and hearts rainbows.
Indeed, yes. Yeah, there was definitely a weird brother complex going on there, I think.
Yeah, that's what.
It's like Oedipus, but something different. Anyway,
What?
don't read into it too much. But yes, I'm ready to go to how to interact with today's shows as we dive into them today. Oh my god, the camera's everywhere again. Chris has become Jillian, and Jillian has become Chris. You guys have swapped bodies. Okay, we're safe again. Of course, how to interact with today's show. If you haven't followed, hit that follow button and join us. We hit 20 follows today. You guys get to decide what happens next in a viewer decision where you could throw gigantic armies of ducks at a party or help them out maybe with a magic item. Here is a tweet for you guys as well. 20 retweets and the same thing happens. And of course, you can donate to affect the game as well. You can give players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges, and worse. So check that stuff out there. And without any further ado, let's head into the battle today as you guys immediately are accosted by a set of wriggling maggots. And first thing for us to do, there are two of them, yes. They seem to be brother and sister, maybe. But yes, and they are, as I mentioned, this kind of size of Land Rovers and crawling, wriggling down the tree towards you guys. So before anything else, everybody roll initiative.
Oh god. Straight up.
I don't want.
That's good. That's not too bad. I like that.
Okay.
We're busy. We have places to be.
Yep. So if they're brother and sister, would their names be Maggie and Magnus?
Maybe, yeah.
Magnificent.
Way.
You and your initiative, boy.
Boy.
Okay, wait. Let me roll for Iana, who I will be Jaegerin.
Yes, so Lauren is taking on the role of Ayana
as
today.
well.
Yeah. Whilst Kiana's away.
She has a -1 to initiative. It's not my fault.
Yeah. Well, shit.
Well, shit.
So George, you rolled a 15.
Uh-huh.
Liana, you got a 17.
Mm-hmm.
Nate, you got a 13.
I did, the unlucky number.
Indeed. Ooh, and let's see what these guys get. They're not the most... They're not the
They're not very
swiftest. They're not
They're not
Dexy.
very-
They're not Dexy, no. That's a 6. They're still going for Rihanna. So the turn order for the
She'll
combat
clean up.
is Oberon, Liana, Georgie, Nate, the maggots, and then Iana. So, Oberon, at this point, you're about 35 feet away from these guys. And they're kind of coming down a tree towards you, so they're above you.
They're above us, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like their sickly green color, so I'm gonna light them up with some fairy fire.
Yay!
Yay!
Give
Ew.
them a nice hue of like violet. So they both make dex saving throws.
Nice.
I
Nice.
heard they're not dexy, so.
Oh, yeah.
God.
They aren't very dexy, that is.
Well, that's a 16 and a 4.
Oh!
Well, definitely one passes with that, but the left one is definitely a nice new violet color.
Nice. Okay.
Maggie or Magnus?
Let's call the one on the left Magnus, as it's male, and the one on the right is Maggie.
So which one's fairy fired?
Magnus.
Great.
Could have gone with Magnum, but yeah.
And then I want to move away as far as I can, use all my movement, 30 foot, to back up to the back of the party.
Okay.
And who's going up after me? Because
Me!
I will give you some inspiration then.
Yay!
Like, quick, get the violet one. Magnus will call him.
Fantastic. Liana, it is your turn. Yes,
Yay!
Maximilian. Very good, bro.
I'm gonna step back a bit for a bit of distance and then cast Firebolt at Magnus.
Nice.
18.
An 18 versus Magnus's armor class is a hit.
Yay!
God. Jesus.
11 points of fire damage.
Nice. Okie dokie. He does not like fire. But then who does?
Beep,
Let's be honest.
beep.
Um,
Fire elementals?
yeah, I guess that's true. All right, Mr. All right, Mr. Sasquatch.
You got it.
Yeah.
Fire giants. Let's just name all the fire creatures now. Go.
All right.
Anyway.
Liana, anything else you want to do?
Just gonna step back a bit more, just away from the maggots. Beep, 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 beep.
All right, fantastic. Georgie, it's your turn.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna also back away since they're still up the tree. I'm gonna back
Right.
up to where Oberon is. And I guess I'll try sharpshooter. I'm feeling like a Monday.
Yeah.
Yeesh, bad.
Yeah,
I'm
doesn't look
gonna,
good.
you know what? I'm gonna use a precision die. I want to see how a precision attack. I want
Wait a
to.
minute, are you attacking Magnus?
Yeah. Oh, I'm at advantage.
Your advantage, yeah.
Crap. Yeah, of course I'm. Yes. That'll do it.
That'll get him.
Thank you for reminding me, buddy. Okay. And let's do it again then, since I'm at advantage. Got him. And, I'll also.
The killing spree continued.
Yeah.
Let's make a strength save for Magnus. As well.
Strength save for Magnus. That I shall.
Is he not very strong?
Okay,
Oh,
so
7.
I want him pushed. Is it 15? Yeah, 15 feet back up the tree.
Back it up, buddy.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yay!
He
41
scoots.
points of damage.
What?
Wow, nice.
Super cash. Super cash.
All right.
Wow.
We don't have time. We need to get back.
Yeah, each round is a day.
I'm done.
Nate, it's your turn.
Okay, so the one that is fairy fired,
Yes, Magnus.
because I've got advantage on its sneak attack, I will throw my life stealing dagger at it.
Oh,
Yes.
bold.
Yep.
He
I hope I
is, I guess, like, he's been moved, right?
Yeah, about 15 feet.
So I guess he's like 45 feet away, yeah.
I can move 15 foot forward.
You could, like, start climbing up the tree.
Oh, they're up.
Right.
He's above us.
I guess it's short bow then.
Okay.
19.
A 19 is a hit.
Excellent.
Kill it.
I did 21 piercing damage.
Oh, well, thank you for informing me, sir. I have wrecked you. Fantastic.
Yeah.
You see when they don't really bleed as such, they basically pour forth that sort of like pussy vomit, which seems to come out of their quite fleshy skin. You can tell that these things aren't very difficult to sort of pierce. It looks like their skin is very sort of flabby and fleshy. There's just a lot of it. Alright, so that is Nate's turn, so the maggots get their turn.
We ate
Run
before we
away.
came out
We
here,
get
didn't we?
so scared.
We ate before we came out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Run away.
bravely run away. What I would like to do is, I would like for Nate and Oberon to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Nate's good at that. Maybe.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice. Come on, Upsy.
Ooh,
12.
12. Okay. So that's
alright.
not so hot unless you got anything.
I should actually be proficient in Dex saving throws, by the way, because I took a level in Bard first, and they definitely got proficiency in Dex. For some
Yeah,
reason
you
it's
rolled
not
a 9 and you got add your 3, which is your dex, so you should add your prof. Yeah.
good.
So that's
Ticked and Wisdom's ticked instead, I think. That's not great.
That's like
it
a
should be
15?
3 on top of that. It should be
Okay.
15.
Yeah. Okay. Still not quite enough,
Oh no.
unfortunately, but you know.
No.
I mean, it's one of those things. Like Oberon's been rolling the wrong numbers for like 2 years now. Like he hasn't been wearing his armor properly. He hasn't. He hasn't
It's
like.
been on backwards the whole
Yeah,
time.
it's really
I did
embarrassing.
have the heart to point it out.
Yeah, it's bad.
He's just
Oh, that was
guy,
really
come
bad
on.
rolling for me. So.
He wasn't an adventurer before he met you guys. Right?
Yeah, I wasn't trying. So you take 11 poison, Oberon, and Nate, you take half of that, so round down to 5.
Takes nothing.
And then I round it down. Yeah, I got
Down
evasion.
again. Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. All right, Leanna. In fact, Leanna's moved away, so we'll say Georgie and Oberon roll me another dexterity save.
What?
At least you're very dexy, Georgie.
Yeah, I am. Thank you, babe.
Thanks, babe.
They're all my babes. That's the kind of mood I'm in today.
Alright, this one for size. Here. 25.
Nice. So you guys
Yay.
take half as these two creatures. Basically, what they're doing is vomiting over you, and it's just kind of pours in torrents down the tree. Quite explosive vomit. You take half of 15,
7.
which is maths. Yes.
Yeah,
Iona, or fake Iona.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that. Iana, which is totally how you say it. I remember these things.
I change it every time.
She is going to be all clericy, and she is going to cast Bless
Bless up.
on. Okay, so Liana has inspiration. So on Nate,
Okay.
Nate, Georgie, and Oberon.
Nice.
Oh, I feel tingly.
All tingly.
Feel tingly. That's the vomit, Nate. That's the,
Yeah.
that's the vomit pouring all over you.
It's not the bless, is it? No.
And then she's just going to stand there with her mace out.
All right. I
Like
must
a
remember to
boss.
attack it. Yeah, you know.
No, you don't need to do that. She's fine.
All right. So shuffle around. Oberon.
Oh, go, Oberon.
Okay. Alright, you sound like you're throwing out a Pokemon. Like, go, Oberon, I choose you. Well, I'm gonna. Is there one on the ground now, or is he still up in the?
I pushed Magnus back up the
They
tree.
seem to be quite happy where they are. About
Yeah,
30
yeah.
to 45 feet above you, vomiting down.
Interesting. In that case, I'll have to go with an Eldritch Blast to one of them. Let's go on again, Magnus. Finish him off.
Oh, and you have an extra D4 because you're blessed.
I'm blessed. Got it. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
baby. That is going to be some critties right there.
Oh,
Well,
and
not
some nice
crits.
damage.
Nice. And this is on Magnus or Maggie?
Magnus.
Okay.
Wait, isn't Eldritch Blast a cantrip? I gotta look up something.
Yeah, it's a
Yes,
cantrip.
David.
Yeah, I have to look up something for Oberon because I think every time you level up, you can get an extra D10 dice for your.
Nope, because he's not reached a level.
Isn't
Oh,
he
yeah, I'm only
Warlock
level
5?
5 Warlock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Side
so,
Warlock.
so
I ha-
you get 2 beams of Eldritch Blast.
2 beams.
Another
Two
thing.
beams. Oh my god, this whole time.
No, yeah,
Chris.
no, he gets 2 beams at his level. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mike,
so-
thank you for the host, my
So you
friend.
get, so you get to make another.
Attack again. Attack again, Chris.
I'll attack again.
Chris,
Wait,
the punish.
Calm down.
He's got advantage.
It's very
Calm
fun.
down. Woo.
We
This
love
is
you.
what I get.
Oh, brilliant.
You got it.
Fortunately,
Take
yeah, you
another
got
7
it.
as well.
That's so good.
Okay.
Is Magnus dead? Dead
Nope.
yet?
Nope.
No,
Oh,
wouldn't be
really?
right if I got the killing blow. Georgie. Your turn.
Yeah, right.
It's Liana. She'll get it. She'll get it.
Yeah, Liana, your turn.
Yay! I gotta look something up in my book first. I have to.
My.
I have a plan, and I don't know if it'll work. I just gotta look it up. 20 feet.
Just gonna open the player's handbook and.
I'm just gonna have a read of this book here. Like, here is the player's
Calculating!
handbook.
I'm calculating! Okay, so I'm going to cast Fireball on both
Oh
Magnus
shit!
and Maggie.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I like
They
the
both have
thing
to
wall.
make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Yep. Okay, so
Fail.
7 and a 4, so both fail.
Fail. Yep.
Nice. Roll that damage, girl. Nice.
29 points of fire damage.
Alrighty. 29.
There's beginners play D&D after all. Okay.
It's all part of our marketing
You
strategy.
know, we're gonna teach.
Oh, what's this new rule? Maybe I could help you, Chris, by
Yeah.
teaching you. Who am I kidding? Anything else, Liana?
Nope, I'm gonna.
Holy shit! It's still alive.
I'll go back. I'll just maybe 10 feet more, just for safety.
Okay, it's getting further and further away. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Georgie, it's your turn.
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
I will attack
Mhm.
Agnes because this is ridiculous.
I don't know how you even survived my fireball.
So with all the thingies, that was a great fire. I love when you fireball things. They make me so happy.
Favorite.
17.
17 is a hit.
Nice. And then I'll do it again.
Which one are you doing now, Magnus?
Magnus. Oh, it's an advance. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, that hits, so.
Yeah. That's.
Does it?
Does a. Well, it's an advantage, so yeah, the 17 hits.
17 hits, yeah.
So let me just. I love typing. 24 will hit.
I
Let me
love
just make sure.
maths.
Let
And-
me just make sure it's not a crit.
And I love Wizards of the
not.
Coast.
Okay. So I'll do. I will do. This is fine. 40 more points of damage.
Wow. Okie, let's do some math.
I'm building my character's role.
You're right. Let's take the Georgie build. Okay. Magnus is looking like there's a lot of vomit going out from him at the moment.
Oh no!
Not dead.
Maggie looks pretty
How
happy.
much HP is in this maggot anyway?
Yeah,
It's a
just
very,
kill it.
very good question.
It's fine. I don't need to kill everything, so I will use my second wind though to heal some, and then
Okay.
I'll be done.
Oh yeah, because we got fucked up by some formers.
Yeah, man, that's okay. Okay, back up to that. Okay, done.
Alrighty. So, Nate, it's your turn.
Yes, I will continue moving backwards and fire another short bow shot at the one that is verified. Magnus, I think we called him.
Indeed, we did.
Oh, 18.
18's a hit.
Excellent. So I will deal a total of 16 piercing damage.
Okie dokie. Anything else you want to do?
Yes. Keep moving away from the puke.
Oh yeah, that too. Yes.
Away from that puke. All
I
right.
can use a bonus action to dash, so I'm going to go in maximum short bow range.
All right. Fantastic. You guys are probably within 60 feet at this point, right? So, Liana, you can roll me a dexterity saving throw, as can...
I stand back. I stood back like 10 feet away.
Yeah, 10 feet is not enough. Iona can also roll.
Oh, she's bad at that though.
Oh no. What a shame.
Don't hurt her.
No.
Okay.
I've done nothing
As
wrong.
long as it's not Nate.
Nope.
Ow.
Hey.
That's why I never roll from that sheet.
Alright, so let's do the damage. 22. Nice.
Holy shit. it.
22
man.
poison.
Luckily, she's a life cleric, so she'll just heal us.
Ah, she'll be
Right.
fine. She'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Ow.
She'll be
I
fine.
heard a lot.
They're also going to target you two again, because why not? I mean, these guys are clever. Or just have a lot of vomit in them. So another dexterity saving throw from the two of you, please.
Okay, that's better.
That's better. 22 is better. 4 is not better. 4 is actually worse. That much I can confirm. 23, half of 23, so 11.
Guys, Iana's unconscious.
Hey!
Boys.
ERP
I
rip,
don't want
boys.
to.
No.
We killed each
It's the sheet's fault.
It's the sheet's fault.
Look, out of game. Jillian has a wand of healing. Get her back up. She can heal us.
Yeah, I know.
And bless has ended.
Used their character for like 30 minutes and already.
Hey, it's not me. You can blame Lauren for those rolls,
No,
yeah.
you can't. It's definitely you.
Laura.
Oh,
Don't
goodness.
blame me. I need to keep.
I
my-
blame you. That is
Jack, you can see.
the man's turn. She's watching. Oh, it's Iona's turn. What a perfect time for you to have a turn.
God damn it. Okay, we're just gonna
time
do
for a
this
death save.
We're just
Party
gonna do
killer.
this flat.
Hey, redemption.
See? Don't roll from the sheet.
Redemption.
I don't trust it.
I don't trust that damn sheet.
You're welcome.
So,
Amazing.
Iona's now back. Let's get some crits and jab, boys. She's back up on 1 hit point, so
Yay.
congratulations.
Don't attack her. Leave her alone.
Totally won't.
No.
Totally won't attack her this turn.
Can she move or is that her?
You can take an action, yeah. Phandelver, you can if you come up on nat 20. You
Oh,
roll a
okay.
save at the beginning of your turn, and you can take an action, whereas normal death saves are at the end of your turn. So, fun fact.
Okay, so she is going to get away from them.
Read dear Rada.
Will. And she's gonna.
Oh, I mean, no, you can't. Sorry, no. Just remembered.
Okay, so she's gonna get away from them and she's gonna do some lifey cleric stuff. So she's got.
So
her...
I believe you can take an action or move. So it's one or the other.
Oh, then she needs to. I want her to get away from them.
Okay.
Get away from them.
Okay.
Yeah, go! I got
Yeah,
this.
yeah. She's just out of here.
All right.
Oh.
Back to the medics. Okay.
Wait a minute.
Top of round 4, Oberon.
No. Alright, these
No.
things just refuse to go down. Tempted.
Yeah, Magnus is looking pretty tasty.
Oh, he is he?
Attack the other one. I want to come back.
This is not I'm a celebrity. Get me out of it. She doesn't look tasty.
Tasty.
Oh man. Let's see.
I wish I could do an ant and deck because I would, but I can't.
Do it.
Yeah, I would just butcher it.
Why not? We'll go for some vicious mockery on not on Magnus but on Maggie.
What?
Because I believe in you. That's why. I believe that you can finish it.
I
Better
believe-
than me. So I'm going to quickly give it a. You look like something that fell out of a kobold's asshole. Ugh.
What?
You look like something that fell out of a kobold's asshole.
Okay. It has to make a wisdom save, by the way.
Okay.
Who is this on?
This is Maggie.
Okay.
17, the perfect number.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Okay.
It's a good save. I
Okay.
don't think it takes anything.
You still take the damage.
Oh,
You
God.
just don't take disadvantage.
Oh right, that's right. So yeah, take that 4 psychic damage. It actually goes up to 2d4.
Yes.
So
Well, it's your bard level,
Oh, I
not
did-
your
I did,
overall level.
yeah, no worries.
So-
Yeah, you take 4 psychic damage. Right.
Hey, nice. Nailed it.
You haven't used that advantage, that inspiration yet, have you?
No, I have
Uh,
not.
Okay.
And now I'm dead.
All right then. I'll leave that as it is and run another 30 foot away.
All right.
Why are we fighting?
Oberon's out of here.
Just run.
Liana, it's your turn.
Yay! I'm gonna do a death save.
Are you unconscious?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you not
Oh
hear?
my
You're unconscious.
Oh, that's so Help me!
Best
I
cleric.
heard Keanu was
Best
there.
cleric NA.
I heard Keanu went down.
Just
I didn't
act
realize
like
Keanu
me.
was.
Just be me.
Why didn't you tell me you was dead? I mean, like,
that's
Failed
the
anyway.
opposite. Why would you do that?
Oh, that's a
Don't worry.
fail. Boo.
I'll save you.
okay, that was my bad.
Leanna's one step closer to death.
I will
One
spend my
step
century-
clever to death, baby.
No!
Georgie, it's your turn.
I will shoot Magnus because this is
Finish him.
stupid Feywild. Okay. That's what I get for that. Oh, but he's at fairy fired. Does a 14 do it? I'll add.
Precision die.
Yeah, I can do that, but come here, pencil.
14 is a hit, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Amazing. Okay, amazing.
Amazing, darling.
And then one more attack. Yes, great. Okay, this has gotta. Come on, just die.
Just die. 39.
Will.
Hmm.
Will. Just be dead.
Will just be dead. That is
Please.
words all too familiar to me. How would you like to kill this one?
Oh,
Yay!
Screaming Liana's name. Just piercing it with bolts. Yep.
I'm so sad.
I'm coming, honey. Oh my god. We have so much work to do on the other one. Why are we standing here? We could just go.
Nate, it's your turn, unless you got anything else,
Okay,
Georgia.
so
No, it's fine.
I have an idea. I'm gonna run towards it, use a bonus action to dash directly beneath the tree it's in, forcing it to either attack me or attack them. I'm gonna fire up from below it.
Okie dokie.
'Cause
So you don't
I'm-
have advantage with this one because it's not with
Nope.
fairy fire.
Nope, so it's just a bog standard attack for me. I got 24.
Yay!
It takes 7 piercing damage, but I'm hoping
Nice.
that by going, come on, you fat fuck, from below, that it'll attack me, and then I can use my advanced evasion.
Don't body shame the maggot, Nate.
But it is!
He's not fat, he's just well gorged.
Just engorged right now.
Maybe it's scared now because the other one is dead.
We can only hope.
Alright, that is Nate's turn, yeah?
Yes.
So the maggots get their turn. So yes, Nate, you can roll a save. Georgie, you can roll a save.
I'm so far away.
Yeah, these things have got projectile.
22.
22.
Nice. Okay.
21.
21. So half of 14 is 7 is what you guys take.
I take naught.
Nice. And then Oberon and Leanna's dead, so the only one left is Iona.
No.
Yep.
I'm not dead.
No. No. Okay. Let me just try to roll it straight.
Am I running a deck save?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay.
Ugh.
Dodge
why
that
is-
way.
She's out again.
Oberon saves 17.
Okay.
After 17. Maths.
I'm
Fantastic.
like, I'm
I can't
like
believe we're
70
gonna-
feet away over here.
So
How
is-
is this
So Iona's down again.
Ah!
Yep.
Okay. Iona's down
Can we
again.
give you that 20, please?
Beg for mercy. Iona, it's your turn.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, not a good one. Not a good one.
Stop it. You
Not a
need
good
to
one.
stop it.
Stop. Stop. All
I
right.
think Oberon needs to do some healing.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I'm
need
on
it.
He'll be
My turn, on
fine.
it.
He'll be fine. All right, that is Iona's turn. Top around 5. Oberon, it's yours.
Okay. I'll fly a pearl out of my sleeve over to Liana's unconscious. So, yeah, quickly cast a cure wounds to her at
Yay!
Nice.
Thank you.
4th level. This ought to do the job.
Nice.
Wait, really?
Wait, really?
But that's
Yup.
okay. I think
I
that's
don't care.
I just rolled a couple ones, that's all.
Okay. So back up on
so-
5.
No, 17. No, 18, sorry, 18.
Oh yeah,
Yay.
maths. Yeah, back up on 18. I thought it was a DC. change.
Yay!
Nice.
Oh, like 2 6s and 2 1s, so. what
Yeah.
do you
Hey, you win some, you lose some. Okay. Anything else?
do? After that, I will inspire Georgie. I'm like, just finish these things and then we can move on. I don't want them spitting acid all the way to the palace.
Yeah.
Liana, it's your turn. You're back up.
Yay! Okay, so first I'm gonna use 2 of my sorcery points for a quicken spell, and I'm going to cast fire bolts. Do I still have my inspiration, or is that
Yes.
gone when I got in contact?
You
Okay,
hit
good.
the last 10 minutes, so.
Yeah, should
Okay,
be fine.
so I'm gonna use my. Yep, so I'm gonna use fire bolts. Hey!
Nice.
I'm actually hitting with my firebolt spell this time.
Very nice. That is a hit.
14.
14. Okie dokie. Nice. Very
Yep,
nice.
And then I'm gonna go over to Iona and use 2 charges of my wand of healing.
Nice.
Thank
11.
you. 11. Great. Thank you.
And so she gets back 21 points of healing.
Oh shit.
Nice.
It's a good. It's
There we go. Heal the healer. More healing.
He'll let us to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's Liana's turn.
yep.
Uh,
That is my turn.
Georgie, your turn.
Yes.
You guys are all up. You could flee at this point if you wish.
We've killed one. Yeah, the other one seems to be super tanky.
Yeah. I mean, we've probably
we're
done
both
like a
pretty
quarter of
bulky.
its hit points. Do we want to? What do we want to do? I'm just looking at Iana like covered in
The
vomit.
first rule of running and retreating isn't to discuss retreating, it's just to start retreating, normally. So, if someone starts retreating, I'll follow them.
Okay. Fine.
I see someone
We're-
running, I immediately follow.
We're on a
Yeah.
time crunch. Yeah.
Right then.
Let's fucking go. I'm gonna.
Alright.
Nice. Nate, it is your turn.
Do I see them running? Like,
Well, I'm going. Come on! I'm not just running. I'm just like.
Yeah, you see Georgie going. She looks like she's ready to make tracks.
Maggots are stupid. Let's go. They're going to spit on us. I don't
okay,
like.
well, I will use my bonus action to use the dash action to begin following them. Probably get further than them.
All right.
Oh, that's it really. I mean, unless I can still make an action, I just don't think there's anything useful I can do. So it will be to cover Iona, help Iona basically. I'll get
Okay.
her up, push her along, and I'll stand in front of her.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
If vomit comes pouring down, I'm gonna bring my arms up to try to protect her.
Nice.
And
Yay!
I will forego my evasion if you want
Sure.
me.
Oh, that's so sweet.
What a sweetheart. Okay, so
Heart of gold, that guy.
let's see. Maggot's turn. Fantastic. So Liana and Nate, you can run me deck saves.
Does the 19 save?
Yep, 19's a save.
Yes.
24.
24's a save. So Liana takes 6.
Woo.
Nice.
You're
Yay!
okay. You're okay. You're okay.
I'm okay.
Would you
Iona.
like me to take 6 as well, not to move?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, as long as it protects the owner, then I won't dive out of the way.
Okay.
I'm like,
So Iona, it's your turn.
Yes. She's gonna do
Run
some
back.
healing and run. Cause yeah, she does.
The old
that.
heal and run.
Oh.
The old one
do
too.
that thing. You know how it goes. So she can use her. We'll use her channel divinity. Who's looking really? It's Liana, and so she'll do. Let's just say 10 points to herself and 10 points to Leanna.
Yay!
Nice. Very nice.
Oh wait, no, she can do. Sorry, it's a channel divinity, so I need to use all of it. So 10 to Leanna, 10 to Iana, and 10 to Oberon, because I think he's gotten hit. a couple
Yeah,
times.
we're in second.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I always presume that Oberon's taking some damage.
Yeah. Oh,
I've taken quite a bit as well.
Oh, sorry.
That's alright.
See
So
you later. And she runs.
at this point, all of those who... oh no, I guess I haven't. So, Oberon, it's your turn.
running and dashing with my turn, unless anyone else needs some help. It looks like I can just make my massive like distance from it.
Yeah. All right. So we've got most of you guys away at this point.
Run away!
Yeah. Leanna, you running?
Yes.
All right.
Far away.
It looks like everyone's fled at this point then. So the group decide to make a tactical retreat, cowardly leaving the field of battle.
Advancing backwards.
Advancing
Fleeing
backwards.
is the best option.
Yeah. So congratulations, you have survived the encounter.
We ran away.
If not succeeded in it. And you find yourselves once again in the boughs of the giant trees, slightly more injured and wounded than you were before.
Ow.
Ow.
Killed one
I'm
of them.
tired.
It's really worth something.
I just, it was gross, and I don't know how fast time is moving, and it worries me. I wasn't scared. We could have killed
Tired.
them.
I want to go to bed.
I know you do, but we should probably keep moving as fast as humanly possible. Like, I don't
Gotta
even
get
feel...
to the castle and talk to Tatiana.
No,
No.
that's my middle name. Her name is Titania.
Oh.
My middle name
Yeah.
is Tatiana.
Wait a minute. We're trying to find someone called Titiana.
No,
I'm totally confused.
it's not Titiana.
But I'm
How am I
into
meant
it.
to- How am I meant to speak in this royal regal court with a name like that? It's just gonna make me titter.
Iana just shakes her head at you as she sits there and tries to catch her breath.
Look, all I'm saying is it's gonna be hard to keep a straight face.
It's Titania.
Titania. We gotta
I-
go find Titania.
I'm still hearing that word.
Titania.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. You are a child.
Yep.
Technically, I'm about 6 years away from each other. I'm 22.
Oh my god, you're younger than me.
How do you have a
no
voice
idea
like that
how
at
they-
22?
It's
Yeah,
hard. Life
so
in
right.
Waterdeep is hard, y'all. I mean, not for me.
Yeah, in 1 year's time, that's probably what I'll sound like. Hey guys,
I think
welcome
I
to a
think
can
I'm-
roleplay.
The honest place, I think I'm the youngest. I'm only like 105.
Wow, that is old.
Everyone stares.
Yeah,
What are we talking about, Les? Let's go!
I don't know. We need to go.
you're getting older by the second.
Stop it.
Well, adulthood for elves is considered 100 years old.
I can't hear you. I'm running.
All right, so you guys continue to rush through the forest.
No, wait, I'm taking that back. I'm not rushing. Because last time I rushed, I nearly ended up getting strangled by a rose bush or whatever.
So you'd like to
I'm
take
not-
it slowly?
Normal. I'll
Normal.
run, but I'll be keeping an eye on my surroundings so we don't just fall down a cliff.
Okie dokie. So, who's sort of leading the way? You can roll me a survival check.
Iona, maybe?
I'll try and lead. I've been leading until now.
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
everyone knows these roads, Belenavers.
I've actually not got bad survival apparently, so it's a bit... Oh, well.
Well, you really set yourself up there, didn't you?
Till now I've been doing alright.
Yeah. It's
Wait, it's that acid, it's in my eye still. Ow.
ow.
Yep.
Oberon, acid's been in his eye for the past 2 years. What? So yeah, you guys kind of heading through the forest. As mentioned before, these gigantic trees all around you, and you kind of break out into something of a clearing, and there is this essentially kind of like swampland, before you. There are still trees around, but it's just almost as large as a sea in between you and the palace that you can see ahead, which is made out of these kind of tortured vines and twisted trees that seem to have kind of culled their way around one another. And you're probably at this point maybe a mile away. You can see the palace, but there is this sort of pool of water. However, the water does not look particularly clean. It looks like there have been maggots that are living in it and vomiting in it as well. So it's got this kind of green, viscous, oily like fluids that are kind of floating around it and on the top. There are these sort of giant lily pads that could form a way of sort of jumping over, but of course these are somewhat precariously balanced and don't look particularly thick. There isn't a boat around, but it could be possible to like fashion a raft or something. But you're in between the sea, and of course you could swim through it as well. It looks like it's, while slightly more viscous than water, you could definitely swim through this.
No may have led us the wrong way.
I'm suspicious of the lily pad. Can I just take a stick and just throw it at the lily pad to see what happens?
It's gonna melt.
It doesn't melt. You throw a stick at the lily pad and the stick lands on the lily pad.
Okay.
Nothing happens?
No?
Don't remember there being a giant moat around this palace. No, especially not a maggot-infested one.
So are they just like tiny maggots, or are they gigantic maggots?
I mean, we just see the vomit everywhere.
Yeah.
Gross. Well,
I'd make a raft.
you've flown before, haven't you, Liana?
Yes, I have a spell that can make me fly. Why?
Why?
Why is that useful?
Look at this.
We have certain party members who aren't like very acrobatic with the jumping and whatnot. So
I'm not very strong though.
I'll elbow Iona and go, I think she's talking about you.
Are you able to
Liana
cast it on
goes.
other people as well?
Out of game, yeah, she could. If she cast it at a higher level.
Okay, well, we got two options then. Try and leap across these lily pads.
I definitely don't want to swim. I'm pretty done with swimming after
Yeah.
last night's events. I'm good.
What about... I mean, we could try and find another way. I don't know if this is the only way across. It definitely looks like the quickest. It's like we can see the palace from here, but it might not be the only way. It's up to us. It's
Do
up
you
to you,
want
really.
to send Pyrrhal out to see if he sees any crossing?
Yeah, okay. I'll let Pyrrhal fly out and see if you can find any landmass, Pyrrhal. Like anything, any bridge connecting it.
Okay. So Pyrrhal kind of zips out
I
of
think
the...
I can actually concentrate my spell and give someone to get someone to be able to fly instead of me. I can do that. Like if
Avoid
there's someone
any
not
trees.
dexty. But I can only do it for up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
Let's
Does
see.
10 minutes look like it's long enough to be able to fly over to the palace?
I mean, you need to travel a mile.
I mean, fly the.
You're getting a fly speed of 60 feet. I mean, you could break it down and do some math.
Yeah, you'd be able to make it.
Maths.
You'd be able to make it.
Yeah, I would think so. Okay.
I mean, 60 feet plus naught. Yeah, I'm not going to go into it, but I
Yeah.
it'd be tight because, like, you know, average healthy human being can make run a mile in 10 minutes. So I'm sure you could
Right.
fly it.
Well, let's see what
Flying
Pyrrhal
is easy.
finds in like 5 minutes, because I don't like not doing things here.
Then if the alternative is to make a raft. If you don't want to go swimming.
I don't want to swim, but I would probably rather jump than spend the time to make a raft, unless we could do it quickly. But I don't know that we could.
We could just run across the lily pads.
So we give it a few
Right.
minutes and wait for Pyrrhal to see what she sees, because I can see straight through her eyes and see what she's seeing right now.
Yeah, so Pyrrhal's going for a hunt around. Can you roll a perception check through Pyrrhal?
Through her, okay.
Yeah. Is it her, isn't it, Pirrell?
Yeah, she's
I've
a
always,
sprite.
yeah, I've always
Oh.
thought Pirrell was.
I mean, I can see through her
Corrected
eyes.
us before. Okay. Her.
Well, already got a 4, so not great what she sees.
Yeah, she kind of comes back and says, I can't find another way.
Really? It's like completely surrounded by this. Blech.
It's like a moat.
Hmm. All right then. Looks like we're trying to get across this way. Lily pads or flight.
Yes. I have an idea. If so Liana could cast fly on herself and one other person if she cast it at 4th level.
Yeah.
And Iana is very strong, so she could carry one more person across. And so then
Sure.
only 2 of us would have to do the jumping.
Why didn't you cast it on Kiana though? Because she's wearing plate mail.
That's what I said. Iana.
Oh, sorry. Did you say that? Right. Okay.
Liana, Iana carries
Yeah.
probably you.
All right then. That's not a bad idea.
I'm chock full of good ideas.
But then what about you and Nate? What would you guys do?
We'll make do.
Parkour.
Yeah.
Okay, so after this week of planning, what did you guys?
Oh my
what's,
god, no, stop it!
What's
no.
the final?
No.
What's the final plan?
Does that sound good? Are you willing to do that?
I can be willing to do that, yeah. I can do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I got an idea.
Yeah.
How about we just stay in here for a really long time and hope all our enemies die of old age?
No!
then I start running across the lily pad.
Wait for me!
Alright, you ready, Yana?
I guess. I mean, I don't know what you're gonna do, but go ahead.
I love it.
Alright,
It's so much closer to my normal accent.
Yeah, no, that's.
alright, so I touch myself and I touch Yana and we start floating.
And Iana picks up Oberon.
Like fireman carries, or like, are we talking wedding carry?
All right.
I feel like she fireman carries him.
I'll put my
So
arms behind my back and try to enjoy it.
Iona
But-
if Iona could roll a strength check, that would be great.
Yeah.
Welcome, Grammy. How's it going, brother?
What's her strength? I think she has decent strength. Is it strength or athletics?
Strength.
Oh yeah, they're the
It's
same
straight
thing
strength.
anyway. They're the
Probably
same.
about 170 pounds.
Oh damn.
Not heavy.
I hate that sheet. Why am I rolling from their sheet?
Do you want me to help you, Iana?
So
Okay,
what's
yeah,
happening? What's happening at this point is you guys are kind of like floating upwards, and you're fairly high above the water. You don't want to be too close to any of the maggots that could like potentially jump out. And you're about halfway across the kind of lake when Iona's grip is really slipping, like sweaty palms. Oberon is.
No.
Oh god, I gotta try and catch
Um,
Oberon before he falls.
Can
I
I
mean-
maybe drop some weight?
Yeah, that's possible.
Drop some stuff.
Okay, I look
Okay,
in the.
mine's
Oh, wait a minute.
You have
I'm
to drop the
carrying
duck.
in my diary and the old Oberon's. Okay, oh, flipping out. I'm not holding anything apart from my instruments. Maybe would that do it? Do you reckon if I drop my instruments?
Drop your instruments. I mean, they're kind of heavy, right?
Yeah, there's a lute and a lyre.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
gonna suck, but
Uh,
I don't want to die. So
I'm trying.
drop the instruments.
I'm losing you.
No. Thank God.
All right, Iona, you can roll another strength check.
Okay, let's just.
Seeing as
not-
Oberon has
we're
lifted
not
off some weight.
We're not using the sheet.
But not. Oh.
Okay.
she doesn't trust the sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Can you Can you?
My lute.
Oh, okay. No. Okay.
Oh
18. See? See? 18.
All right, so Iona grips on and kind of pulls Oberon up, and you guys manage to make it to the other side of the lake with a couple of minutes of flying left.
no!
Oh,
I'm
how
so
close.
sorry about your loot.
No, it's fine. I'd rather have my life than a lute. That's rather poetic.
Oh,
If only I had a lute to play a song with.
But yeah, but no song, yeah, no lute to play my life's tale. So in a way, it's still tragic still.
I'll give you another loot.
Another one.
Hey, we're about to go into a palace, and if I recall, there's probably plenty of instruments and minstrels
Yeah,
there.
maybe she's nice and she'll just like give you one. That'd be cool.
Sure.
Yeah, you guys notice that on this side of the lake there are like gigantic boats that seem to be sort of like in along the sort of beach. They're like the size of like a warship, right? You know, like these things are huge.
Oh boy. Maybe we could ask to borrow this one if we go back from the Feywild.
Maybe.
So at this point, Georgie and Nate are hanging back on the other side.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess we're gonna try to dexterously hop across the lily pads.
Yeah, I got this. Watch this.
Sounds fantastic.
Oh my God.
Indeed, loot a new loot. Why don't you guys roll me some dexterity saves?
Saves. Oh, okay.
Saves?
Saves? They ask nervously.
21.
13s.
Ooh.
My lucky number today.
Yeah.
Not so good. All right. So the two of you rather are sort of jumping across these lily pads. It's not particularly difficult because they're quite huge and they take your weight pretty easily. However, as you guys are jumping across, one particularly acrobatic little maggot, and I say little, is going to jump out basically from underneath the lily and kind of burst its way through. To grab at Nate, destroying the lily in the process, and vomiting all over him for 22.
Was this the half damage? Is that why I made a dex save?
Yeah, you're. I guess you got evasion, right? So you do half of that. So you take 11, and you're basically thrown into the water with a splash.
Okay. Whoops.
Can we see this? Are they halfway across or so, or is this?
I mean, you can see like there's a tiny little figure, and you kind of see him wobble and fall into some water.
Shit. Are you still able to fly, Liana?
Just for a couple minutes.
You
I
won't make
could
the
try.
return trip.
Yana could try and.
Oh, I am so embarrassed.
Are you? Is he like under the water or is
He's kind of like
just
floundering in the
out?
water, but you can see that there are like a group of like maggots that are swimming through, kind of.
Okay.
going towards him.
I try to pull him up.
Okay,
Let's go.
you want like an athletics to pull him out.
Ah!
You know how bad I am at that.
No, what?
Really,
That was
these
really don't
rolls
want to use my
go.
natural 20 on this. I really don't want to.
Yeah, at this point, Georgie is just like floundering, trying to pull Nate out, and Nate's trying to get out, but there are maggots coming towards him. Oh,
I
there.
would have used the natural 20 on you.
Oh,
Guilt trip / guilt trip.
my new chat line.
I'll be floundering now.
So, Oberon and Liana, you guys have a chance to do something here.
Okay.
If you want to, you don't have to.
We'll send Pyrrhal through across the lake, and I know I can cast spells through her, but only maybe at a certain range. But I'm going to use my action to like just guide her across. So I'm concentrating through her, basically.
Okay.
It will
Okay.
take a while for her to get across to him, though.
So just kind of, yeah. So, Pearl just kind of zips across as fast as she can towards the maggots, and where Nate is floundering in the pool right now, having a nice, relaxing afternoon swim. However, Nate, you, my friend,
Oh shit! No!
my friend, are just gonna get bitten at this point.
Oh
As these maggots just basically swim through the water towards you, sort of very grotesque, sort of wriggly swim that they have, somewhere between a doggy paddle and a breaststroke. And it's going to be a 17 versus your armor class.
Just about hits.
Oh, delicious, delicious. Delicious agony. So you're going to take 12, just slashing. Sorry, piercing, as it just bites into you. And one other's going to try and get onto you on a 24.
I'm
eight.
gone.
Oh my god! Okay.
All right,
okay.
so Nate is down in the water, my friends, and he is just kind of floating on the surface. And the maggots are beginning to kind of feast on him as the blood pools in the water.
I would
And
like to pull him out. I would like to
spreads.
pull him out, please.
okay,
And I would like to use my natural 20 to get him the fuck out.
all right.
You know what? If you'd done it 2 turns ago,
Because I didn't know you were that hurt.
I did actually mention.
We got a floater over here.
Trying to hurt you. You usually just run away, okay? So I don't always know when you're hurt.
So
I'm in
Nate,
water. I can't run.
Nate is unconscious. There's blood pouring all around him. Georgie just pulls him up onto the lily pad, but that's not the safest place. They seem to be. They're like sharks,
Get him. Yeah, I want to get him away.
Yeah. Okay. He's up on your what do you call it? Lily pad. There you go.
Can Iana do something?
Well, when it comes around to my turn, I'm hopefully going to cast Cure Wounds through
Yeah.
Hero. That's
Yeah.
my plan.
Okay. Yeah. So let's go back to the guys on the beach.
All right, still concentrating through Piril, using her action last turn to fly and dash as fast as you can to get all the way over to them. I'm now going to cast Cure Wounds through her and touch Nate with that
Nice.
first level, just to hopefully get him up. Let's see, Cure Wounds, first level. 9 healing.
9 healing. All right. So Nate's back up on 9.
What
That's
happened?
through Piril as well. So I'm like,
You.
quick, get up! You're surrounded by maggots. Get out of there! Just quick.
All right.
Come on.
So
Sluggishly stand to my feet.
so
I will
Iona
help
and
you.
Liana.
Um,
What are you guys up to, if anything?
Oh boy. I guess Iana would do more healing.
In range?
Depends what she does.
And then she's
Nope,
got
she
like
does
a-
not have that.
Like a half mile.
Yeah, she has mass healing word. I guess I could do that.
I don't think it'll still hit us. It's still
It's
2.
30 feet. Okay, then she will just
She's like half a mile away on the other shore, isn't she?
Yeah, he's pretty far away.
Okay, then she will wait.
It's
Just kind of shrug.
Wait patiently
Yeah, she will
for
wait
death
at the
to
edge.
arrive.
No, she'll be like, just gesturing for us to hurry up. Shit.
Okay. So Iona takes a turn to gesture. Liana, is there anything you'd like to do?
Me? I don't know what to do.
There's a big gesture movement going on now here. It's pretty popular.
I'll. I don't know what to do.
I mean,
Do you ha- you have
there
any
are those
more-
big boats. I mean, it's possible you could do something with those. I mean, they probably require some amount of
I
finagling.
can try and use one of the boats to go pick them up.
Right, boats, yes. Iana nods at you, and then we'll do whatever you tell her to.
God damn
Alright.
GDA those boats.
You guys go. Yeah, at the moment my eyes are closed and I'm concentrating through Piril, so you guys
Alright,
can go
Come
on.
on, Iona, we gotta get this boat in the water.
Okay. She'll help you push with her strong arm.
All right, yeah, you guys can both roll strength.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh wow!
What?
What is
Wow!
No!
Wow!
That's insane.
That is wow. Okay,
They just
Wow.
want us to die.
you
today.
guys are the weakest.
We're just like,
Weakest
She's so strong. This is
What?
ridiculous.
Oh,
I'm the deity of luck, Nate.
let me hope he fails,
Why
chat.
did you have to fall?
This is not my fault.
I'm sorry, I'm not blaming you. I just don't want you to die.
Good fucking god. Okay,
Come
so
on, Tommy, push with me.
the two of you like go in like super metal to push, and then just it doesn't go anywhere. In fact, you guys move backwards somehow. So the boat pushes you. So
The boats are moving.
so Nate, you're up. What do you want to do, buddy?
Keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Yeah, we're getting out of
Keep
there.
on trucking. All right. Yeah, to jump across these lily pads and try and escape these maggots, you can roll me a dexterity save.
Both of us?
Yes. If you're feeling
Much
lucky.
better.
Yay!
Nice, nice, nice.
I'm gonna.
Ah, no!
Shut up! I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Shut up.
13, which I know is not a save.
Nope. So projectile vomit comes out at the two of you. 19.
Did I get a successful save?
You did save, yeah.
So I take nothing.
You take nothing. Which is
Yay.
your loving evasion this session.
I am indeed.
If you did not have evasion, that would be very painful.
Still good though, Geordie, right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm totally fine, guys. I'm fine.
Run away,
Just
run
covered
away.
head to toe in vomit. I'm
So
fine.
we just keep going then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, fuck it. Fuck these maggots. You're going.
No, let's not. Let's just keep going.
Really? Really?
What?
I will,
pause momentarily to chide him and then keep going.
And then as for my turn, flying above them with Pyrrha, I'll cast Minor Illusion in the water of a small tasty treat, some sort of, I don't know, animal that's fallen down.
A rat.
Yeah. Actually, I can cast Silent Image, yeah. So I'll just create someone underwater, like Nate, crashing under there.
All right, cool.
Down, but it's underwater anyway, so hey, hopefully that distracts them. Some way away from them, so it draws their attention.
Okay, okay. So, the group of you, the two of you managed to like dive over these lily pads, and escape the maggots for now, leaving a sort of trail of vomit and blood behind you. As the two of Iona and Liana try desperately to push this gigantic boat to absolutely no avail. But eventually, the group of you find yourselves on the other side of the lake, somewhat safe.
I need a breather. I know we ain't got much time, but if I don't stop to,
I'm
The rest of it.
sorry. I was rushing us. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna collapse.
I just
I'm
pull back to like,
still drunk.
why is this so hard? I go.
Haha, that's what Sildar said.
Broken Lauren.
I'm just worried as I kneel down and get.
I start petting Dobby to relieve my stress.
Right.
Iona.
I'm going to apply a lot of healing to these guys. I'm going to
yeah.
use both my warlock slots at 3rd level to cast Cure Wounds, both at 3rd levels, on whoever needs healing. So Nate, you're up first, I guess.
I'm gonna use some of my hit dice.
I was gonna ask the cleric for that, but cheers,
Yeah.
buddy.
I can get these
Right.
back on a short rest, so reload.
Wait a minute. Why are you rolling? Are we actually taking a short rest?
I don't know. I just wanted some health.
That's not how that works, Julian, I'm afraid.
I can do some healing. It's all right.
I'm going to use them. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So
Okay.
first of all, I think Liana needs healing, right? You're desperate for
I
it.
have like 22
She's
HP.
There you go.
for a
Have
heal.
16 back.
Yay.
Okay, and I'm going to cast and use my other warlock slot as well and cast. No, not that one. That's charm person. And I charm you. It wins again at 3rd level, so with both my warlock slots gone. So 14. Are you full or are you?
Who's this at?
Iana's gonna do some.
Yeah, I healed Liana for 16, and whoever else has taken a lot of damage.
Me.
Okay, you heal for 14.
Okay. So
Alright.
how's everybody looking? Because she
I'm
can
on-
do.
25 out of 47.
Okay. She will do some cure wounds, which I think, as a life cleric, it does additional
You
healing.
can still take a short rest if you feel it's necessary. I mean, where are we now? I look around.
You're pretty close. Pretty close.
We're in the shadow of this palace.
Yeah.
May not be the best idea to take a rest.
Like any cave, or is this like a sheer wall of rock and brick?
It's not really rock. It looks like it's just like interwoven vines, essentially,
Vines, right.
which kind of form like walls. You at this point are, still like a 10-minute walk away from being at the palace itself, but you can definitely see it really stands out. So you're sort of in the like Nate said, in the shadow of the palace.
Got it.
You could have a search around the beach to see if there is like a cave or safe spot around here.
Maybe.
Do
Okay.
that, and I'll have Iana do a couple cure wounds
Yeah.
on Nate.
All right,
Liana,
and
are
that-
you good, or you need
Yeah,
more?
I'm okay.
I'll tell you
I'll
what,
be
if we're
fine.
gonna find a place to take a breather, save your prayers. I'll be fine.
No, yeah, that's why I use my warlock slots, just in case we do take a short rest. I can still get them back.
Georgie looks visibly antsy about it, but she's not going to
Alright.
complain after that.
Sildar's not going to die of old age if we spend 15 minutes resting.
How do you know?
Well, I don't. It'll just be funny if...
Okay.
No, it won't be funny.
Instruct Pyrrha to go invisible and have her scout around the beach, see if she can find any alcove or even maybe where there's some sort of like canopy of vines so that we can just sort of hide and rest under there.
Okay, you can roll me a perception check for Pyrrha.
Okay.
See what her pixie eyes see.
Oh, sorry, I rolled twice. And her sprite stats. She's got like a couple. Let me just check what she's got.
No worries.
And she has +3 to that.
Okay, so 14?
Yeah.
Okay, Pyrrha spots what she thinks is a cavern, but she's not entirely sure if it's safe. There are signs that the maggots have been in and around it. It may be that they sort of burrow in there. So she kind of zips back. She's like, I found something, but I don't know if it's completely safe.
Okay.
You can check it out.
Yeah, let's. I mean, with you being invisible, you could have another little scout ahead and.
Yeah, I
Maybe
just
just
don't want to
check
go
it out.
into all that vomit, man.
Oh, if it's vomit, that's probably not the best place to hide. But let's head in that direction anyway and see what it is.
Okay.
Maybe we can have our ranger see if there's any. I mean, ranger. I mean,
Nope, not.
I don't know.
None of those round.
I keep forgetting this. I honestly want there to be a ranger.
Oberon's under the impression that everyone else is a completely different class.
yeah. I'm just I'm not losing it. All right, I'll roll survival check once I get there to
Okay.
try and see if there's any clues of
Yeah, go ahead.
Iana will do so as well.
if there's any tracks or if there's any evidence of something or other.
Sure.
I'm not rolling for.
I'm not rolling anymore.
I don't know why.
Iona has like become such a fuckwit since.
I'm sorry, yeah. She's such a good friend that I'm doing horribly.
Hey, Arachne, how's it going, bro? So Oberon, what you see and what kind of Pyrrha spy out is that it looks like there is some kind of vomit down this big cavern. However, it looks like it's sort of encrusted and old. It looks like it probably hasn't been used for some time and that they've probably taken to the waters.
All right then, guys. I'm gonna say it's probably about 80% safe. Just don't touch much of the walls. Here's a good hiding place if we want to take a short rest.
Yeah, let's just do it. Let's get rested, and then let's get back up, and let's do what we came here for.
Yeah, sure. All right. I'll head on in with Pyrrha and
Okay.
check it out. I'll
So,
let her
yeah.
blow.
Yeah, you head inside and you see that these sort of tunnels look like they burrow for quite some way underneath the earth. Looks like these maggots have the ability to sort of burrow through rock and stone.
Okay.
But you do find that these tunnels are pretty huge and pretty empty.
Okay.
So it looks
Don't
like you
wanna
could.
go too deep then. Let's kind of
Right.
like hang out right about where the entrance is. So we're still out of line of sight of anything, but
Yeah.
not too far in.
Yeah, okay. It definitely kind of like stinks down here of the kind of old crusty maggot vomit. But there aren't any down here at the moment. Do you guys
Well,
want to
maybe,
take a short, long rest?
Yeah, short rest, I think.
We're not long resting in the Feywild.
Probably is a lot of
Says
these.
Lauren.
Okay, so you guys can roll your hit dice.
Thank you. I love short rests. Short rests. So happy.
Everything's so peaceful.
Alright, I'm
Yup.
full health now. I'm close to full
I am
health.
not. I've used all of my hit dice and I'm still not at full health.
Iana will
Yep,
have to
yep,
do a second.
3.
Shit, she's gonna use another.
Yes, because when you get a long rest, you only get half of your hit dice back. And the last time we long
Yeah.
rested, I'd spent all of them.
I'm back to full.
Yeah, Iana's good, so she'll help you out in a second with the cure wounds.
I'm
Okay.
fine.
Are you sure?
Yes, I only need 6 hit points. I'll be fine.
And Georgie.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll start singing us a song.
Yeah, I was gonna say song of Action.
Have
yeah.
another D6.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So it's just a straight D6.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I haven't got my loot, but I sort of clap my hands
Yeah.
jollily. Like, yeah.
You just clap your hands.
One.
yeah.
Feel
So
better.
we get 2 temporary hit points, so I'm up to. Yay!
That's what I was singing earlier, just a second ago. I was like, short rest of the best, la 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 la. Let's kill the maggots.
La 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 la.
La, 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 la,
Hey,
sing
look,
a happy
I'm not a
song.
singer.
La, 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 surf the whole day long.
So you guys hear outside that there is some wriggling going on.
Uh-oh.
Um,
No more maggots!
Yeah,
Someone likes my
No
song
more.
of
it's
inspiration.
the kind of wet sort of sound of like moving like sand as they're moving along the beach. And if you kind of poke your head outside, you can see they seem to be sort of like migrating down the beach.
They're all going visible.
Rating. Ooh.
Yeah,
Fly out.
they're like having an exodus from the water, it seems, and they're coming out. So yeah, Pyrrhol flies out. Zoom. He's outside.
Invisible.
Yep.
All right, let's do this. Another silent image of let's have like a deer running along the beach, and it's gonna lead away from our cavern which we're hiding in. Kind of like see if it attracts their attention.
Okay. I think they have to roll like a wisdom to check this
They
out.
do,
Right?
yeah.
It's a flat d20.
DC is my fifth. There's 50.
Gotta be more than 10. Yeah, so like they kind of notice this and begin to sort of follow it.
Cool.
They look like they're constantly hungry.
The master of misdirection has done it again. We're safe.
Oh, I love you. I give him a hug.
No worries. Right. Are we all good now? We're feeling better.
I feel pretty darn good.
Yeah. Other than the weird taste in my mouth, I'm pretty good. Yeah.
So should we head to the castle then?
Let's figure a way up. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, you can't just like. I mean, I don't know how this works. You can't just like say, "Hey, Queen Titania, can you just like,
Let us in.
yeah."
And stop using sludge and sparks.
I mean, we'll get to that, but you are very
Yeah.
charismatic.
I do
Aubrey,
plan on
don't
having
know.
that conversation, but we need
Try
to
and
find
ask for an
someone-
audience with your patron.
Indeed.
Would that be too hard to ask?
I don't
Hey,
know.
No,
well-
I'm sure it wouldn't.
Believe it or not, I'm still pretty charismatic as well. When I want to be.
Sure.
Sure you are.
Pretty
We'll need to find
charismatic
someone
myself.
first. We haven't seen any sign of a guard or apart from the boat. That's about everything we've seen. Maybe we can try and trace back where the tracks go from the boat. It must have been used, so maybe there's a passageway or
Yeah.
or a hill or something. All right, be careful though. I don't want to attract any more of those maggots, so let's go stealthily.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So stealthily means stealth checks
Oh boy.
along the
Yeah,
maggot
sure.
beaches.
Oriana. That's just.
Oh, I
gonna-
did good. Yay. Nice
Okay.
stealthy. I'm
Plus
so
10. I know, I get that.
Here's Iana. What'd she do?
not bad.
Not the worst thing ever. And Georgie. Oh, 17.
Nice. So I think the lowest roll is an 8 from Oberon.
Yeah, it's the one who was telling everyone to be stealthy.
Yeah. Everyone, guys, please be quiet. All right, and then
Guys, I said be quiet. No, I mean,
so yeah, You guys head out, and you're kind of stalking along the beach, as it's kind of like turning from like midday to night very swiftly in the course of a couple of minutes.
Oh no.
And yeah, Oberon's trying to be quiet. However, one of them seems to be like bored of the mirror image, and he just like steps on a twig, the classic, and it kind of looks over to you. It doesn't have any eyes, but it seems to be able to hear, and begins to kind of wriggle in your direction quite swiftly.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. So I will charge ahead towards it, waving my arms in front of it, and I'll go, 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 go.
Okay, we'll run.
All right. As you say that, it will, lack of a better term, squirt over you. Some vomit. If you could roll a dexterity save, Nate.
Is this me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is the Feywild hurting us?
Hey, it's only one of
9.
them. Not the whole board, at
Oh,
least.
buddy, did not want to screw that one up. 20. So
Got it.
yeah, so you kind of get drenched in some vomit whilst your friends escape, and now you've just got this maggot about 30 feet ahead of you.
Okay, I'll use my bonus action to dash.
Okay.
I just wanted to draw its attention so it didn't hurt Oberon. This is purely tactical and not selfless.
Okay. So yeah, you get covered in some vomit, and for your sins you take some damage, but you're back with your friends as it kind of just falls back behind you. It really can't keep up with your speed.
Sorry about that. Hey, was it just one of them, or was it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was just one of them, but I thought I'm better at dodging stuff than you, so I just distracted for a bit.
All right. Thanks for that.
Iana will reach a hand out and pat you on the back and cast Cure Wounds.
So,
Life Cleric, so it does more healing. So it'll do 9.
9.
Yeah.
so I think we've made it back to the boat. Or have we got any way of figuring out where the tracks lead to? Or,
Yeah, I mean, there is a kind of central path which looks like it leads straight up to the palace. However, it does look like a rather a maze of vines. Could be fairly difficult to get through. But that looks like what was once, at least, the main path straight up there.
It looks like the easiest way. Is there anything else you guys want to suggest, or like a off-beaten road?
You've been here before, you can lead.
Yeah. Memory is one thing. It being completely different is another. So even if I did remember where we were going, this place is totally changed.
Yeah, you're definitely getting sort of flashbacks, everyone. Like this, it's that weird sense of deja vu, you've been here before. This is kind of familiar. You remember walking up this path before, so it's definitely the way that it's traditionally used, I suppose.
Okay, let's do it then. I'll try and be a little quiet this time.
Yeah. Okay. All right, you guys can roll stealth checks again as you head. You're away from most of the maggots at this point, so they don't seem to be the immediate sort of threat.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
That is.
that's fine.
I got to make up for Gillian there.
I gotta make up for it.
You're 30.
30 and an 8 will take the difference,
so
shall we?
well this time.
20.
Nice. And yeah, okay.
I did not do so well.
I'm
No,
basically
not so.
disappeared.
Yeah, I don't even exist. So nothing immediately jumps out at you. However, Pyrrhal kind of zips to your shoulder, Oberon, and says, "Something's watching us." And she kind of points upwards to the trees, and you see that there are these little yellow eyes that are looking at you, and
Oh shoot.
they appear to be on the ends of the tree branches around here, and they're blinking. And at the top, there's just like maybe 10 or so eyes that are spread around the top of the tree branches around here, and they seem to be kind of looking down at you guys.
Guys, be very still. Something's watching us.
I start to tense up.
Okay, that's good. That's still. Do you know what they are, girl? Can we not see what they are? Go invisible. You're still invisible. I take it. Try and get close to one.
Okay. Piril does so, she kind of zips up towards the top of the tree, next to one of these eyeballs, and you can see through it. It is basically a yellow eyeball at the end of the tree.
Oh, it actually literally is an eye. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it kind of like looks at her, it studies her.
Even whilst she's invisible. Well,
Yeah.
that's not good news either. Okay. Come back down and I'll telepathically talk to her.
Yeah.
Okay. That's odd. They don't seem to be actual creatures. We're just being watched.
They don't
Like-
seem to be attacking us.
No, they're not. Maybe it's just like a CCTV. I mean, maybe it's
What? What's a CCTV?
spies. I think they're just spies of Titania, maybe. Who knows? Either way,
Behold
they
a
have,
can.
they have some sort of visual defensive like capability. I suggest we go through. I mean, it's no use. We've already been spotted. We'll just continue on our way.
I don't know about you, but I haven't.
Where did they
What?
come
Where did
from?
it come from?
Let's move swiftly. then.
Nobody
Yes,
sees
and-
me.
Respectfully, like, don't.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cautiously but swiftly,
but respectfully.
but respect.
All the
quickly.
adverbs, all the adverbs.
So
Each one of us would embody one of those. So Nate will be stealthy.
Yeah.
You'll be respectful.
Yes, just bowing. Like,
nice. So yeah, the group you head through until you can see the kind of what was once a palace walls that are now gigantic and encrusted with these twisting vines all over. It looks like the vines have actually grown up out of the earth and almost eaten the castle, which was previously looks like made out of stones and leaves, but now it's just these kind of old ropey vines. And the vines seem to have like needles on them as well. Not such thorns, but spiky, sharp needles. And as you're getting up to the palace, these are kind of along the ground and in your way. And there's quite thick bushels and almost thickets that have grown up all around the outside of the castle as well. Sort of like becoming like a laser maze of vines at this point. They look particularly nasty to if you were just going to like jump into it. You wouldn't want to do that, you're pretty sure.
No, not really.
How to get through this? If only we had Geralda with us. I'm sure she could somehow control these things. Maybe push back a few nasty thorns. I'll use my mage hand and see if I can move the needles away. Like if they're not like super strong or anything.
They're strong, but with your mage hand you can like pull away one at a time. The problem is that there's kind of lots of them in your way. And if you ever had to go through like a really like painful bush, you have to like hold 5 different branches back at the same time.
Right.
I also have mage hand. I could help him.
It's not going to be enough. Look, we need to somehow make a path through. What have we got? I'm going to start looking through my bag.
I could blast them, Eldritch blast.
I'm gonna refrain from doing some fire. I'm gonna refrain from any fire ideas because I don't want to burn this place to the ground.
Okay, let me try this instead then. I'll crack my fingers, stand back, and I'll release an Eldritch Blast. Just force damage, so it's just like a oof, kind of like pulses them back.
Okay.
A bit of a path.
Yeah, it definitely seems to have an effect. Your Eldritch Blast just kind of smashes into the vines, and they seem to like crumple and twist away from the energy, forming something of a path before you.
Ooh, hey, guys, I think it worked.
Keep it up.
A second, just to see if they kind of like regenerate magically or anything.
Yeah, leaving it at, like, how long do you want to leave it, I suppose, to see if
Say
they...
1 minute.
Yeah, after about a minute, they begin to slowly reform.
They do. All right. Okay, guys, we might be trapped once we're going in here, but are we ready?
Alright, let's do it.
Okay.
So I gotta run.
I'll release another Eldritch Blast and clear another path.
Alright, go.
Okay.
Run.
So...
Run away. Eh.
So,
Run
wait.
stealthily
Oh,
and swiftly and respectfully. Carefully.
yeah, the eyes like watch you beadily as you head through this, kind of blasting away with your eldritch magic until you are at the doors of the palace, which are also covered in vines. They look like they haven't been opened in years and years.
Whoa, what happened here? This place looks a bit decrepit.
I don't think they've been expecting any visitors for a long time. Whatever they've been doing, they've been cooped up in here for a while.
Oh, maybe there's no one in there.
Well, we all know it's at least try, and I go to knock on the door.
Ooh, yeah, because I would have done that anyway.
Okay, so you knock on the door. You just take 2 damage as the vines prick you.
Ow!
His needle goes into your hand, basically.
Oh, there goes my hip. There goes my temporary hit points.
It's like a cactus, you know, or like a
Ow!
porcupine.
I thought there's at least like a clear spot on the door.
Nope.
Ow!
Right, I'll pick up is there like any detritus or like rocks or anything are on the floor?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I'll pick one up and they go, this is how you knock on a door. And then I'll start throwing the rock at the door.
Okay.
Oh,
You hit the door.
There goes stealthy, but hey, that's fine.
Hey, I could disappear at a moment. In a moment. I'm one with the wind.
I'm one with the wind. Yeah, you hit the door with a stone. It goes thud, and then the stone falls to the floor.
Is there any visible sign of movement beyond this door? Can I hear anything?
Not really, no.
Is there anything written? Is there
That's
anything
okay.
written on the door? Anywhere?
You
around?
maybe underneath the vines, but you wouldn't be able to tell because the vines are over it. Right? Yeah.
I don't know.
Speak,
it's
friend,
magic.
Nendo.
It's all magical here. I'm just throwing out ideas, Nathaniel.
Melon.
Don't
I'll
call
try
me
my
a friend.
milk, and I'll cast an eldritch blast again at the vines to get away from the door. Not to blast the door open, but to get rid of the vines, if anything.
Okay. So yeah, you do so. You kind of blast away these vines, and you see that the kind of lattice of vines just kind of pull away and reveal the door before you. Again, it looks very old, and almost like dusty, you know. And there's kind of scratches all over it from where the vines have made their impression on it. Looks like there's a handle to the door.
Look, mate, I'm gonna put my hand on Oberon's shoulder and go, I don't know what's happened while you've been gone, but just wanna tell you to prepare to probably not see what you're looking for. Like, I reckon that this, and I'll lift my hands up to basically indicate the Feywild in general, and go, it looks like it's gone to shit, mate.
It has. I won't argue that.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna find this queen, and I reckon when we get back to Phandelver, everything's gonna go to shit, and we've wasted weeks in here.
All right, Mr. Half Glass Empty. Listen,
Yeah.
the best chance of getting back to back to the material plane would be through here. So, the only way is forward, I reckon. But
All right, let's open it up.
okay, wait. Did you say there's an inscription? Has it become clear to see what it says?
No, there is no writing on the door.
There's no writing. Okay, then I will go up to the door handle and I will mage hand it open with my spectral glove.
Okay. Spectral glove, I like that. My mage glove.
Yeah.
Well, we can take one thing from this. Nobody's left the island because the boats are still here.
Is that a good
Right.
thing?
Well, you'd think if they left the palace, they would have gone on their boats, and as we're surrounded by this gloopy moat.
Unless
Right,
they
but-
traversed another plane, anything goes.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. That was just blah 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 blah.
So the door opens up, and you guys see that the vines have invaded even the hallway in here. And they seem to have been able to creep through windows and through the door and just kind of really wind their way inside to form something of a lattice on the ground. looking up into this hallway that you're in, looking straight ahead of you, you see that on the ceilings there are pulsating sacs, which are, again, fairly gigantic, that you would assume to be maggots growing inside. They don't seem to be active and wriggling about, but you can see that they kind of quiver and wriggle as something is alive inside. Down the end of the hallway, you can see the great throne of Queen Titania, where she would welcome important guests and visitors allowed this far into her realm. Yeah, Oberon, you can see that there is a figure there. She looks very familiar to you because it's Queen Titania. This brings back a lot of memories for Oberon of his time here when he was kind of serving under her, and ultimately their sort of arguments and eventual falling out over the fact that she was willing to use more and more powerful magic, and not even just magic either, these kind of experiments with the spark and sludge that led to your eventual not banishment, but seeing as you fell out so much, you decided to, leave this place, basically. And that
This
comes
is all flooding back to me now.
Yeah, this comes sort
These
of
memories.
yeah, comes
seeing her.
flooding back to you as you remember you took one of those boats back across the lake, and eventually out of the Feywild. She, however, appears to be almost plant-like in nature now as well. Whereas previously she took on the form of a like an elven type figure. Now her body has been gnarled and warped like old wood. You can see that the vines are running and connect to her fingers, and her fingers kind of look like the vines sprout out of them. Meaning that she's potentially connected to this whole lattice work of vines. She looks like she's asleep and her head is down. She may even be dead, for all you know.
As all these memories come flooding back, and there's flashes of the argument and this place as it used to be, and upon seeing her, this archfey taking on a completely different form, I'll step forward and go towards the audience hall and call out, "My queen, what has happened to you?"
She doesn't respond.
I'll take further steps towards her, careful not to touch on any of the vines or step on them, and I'll call again, "Titania, wake!" And I'll use my mage hand from a distance to kind of like rock her shoulder.
She doesn't respond to the hand.
Something dreadful's befallen this place. It seems she's taken the magic of the Fae too far. I remember now. I turn back to the rest of the group, and she was using this twisted magic to further her own power, and she tried the same experiments we saw in the mansion that my doppelganger was trying. She was attempting all different things. I think this is the work of the sludge, the spark, even the same drug, which is affecting the material world as well. It's had very different effects here. Probably turned this place inside out.
This is terrible.
I walk up to her now. I pace towards her, and I want to check if she's still breathing or wait.
You can see that there is like a current of sort of magic running through her. As far as you can tell, she's in some kind of stasis, if not truly alive.
Right. Okay.
Does it, Iana will walk up and take a look at her because she's seen some curses and powerful magics in her day, so she'll walk up and see if she can figure out what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can roll me an Arcana check.
I'll kneel down on one knee and place her hand in mine and like also inspect the vines which are coming off the fingertips.
I'm gonna also roll an Arcana check, see maybe if I can help.
Sure. Anyone having a look can roll an Arcana check. Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, good lord.
I'm clueless.
Yeah, Iona and Diana have no idea what's going on here. This is
Your
weird.
magic.
This is weird Fey magic.
Mm-hmm.
Oberon, you can roll me one.
Okay. Would this be just a straight roll? Or
Yeah,
would
I'll give you advantage on this one, seeing as you're.
Excellent. All right.
Oh, not that it matters. Not that it matters.
Wow, today.
Even this,
Today is a good day for me. Today is a
even
very
this,
good
the
day.
combination of sludge
You know-
and spark is alien to me. So
Yeah.
What?
But as far as you can tell, she's in some kind of stasis. But what that means is not something you truly understand very well.
This is sad.
Does it seem like something out of like a fairy story at all? I'm trying to
Yeah,
think
we
of
don't-
things.
what, you think by kissing her she's gonna awaken?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I've read books.
Oh, don't touch that, Oberyn. Don't do
No,
it.
I'm not saying to. I'm just saying, we're
Maybe
in this
she wrote
magical...
some stuff down about this weird stuff. Maybe if we look there, maybe
Yeah.
there's some
have
sort
a-
of.
You could roll me a history
There's
check,
only some-
Oberon, see if there's like rings any bells.
Yeah. Sorry, which check?
History.
History. Okay.
Good to see you, British.
Around the misery.
Yeah, we were close, but a kiss might be a little inappropriate.
I mean, I'm just, I'm throwing out suggestions.
Right. Let me think.
You
I
said it,
close my eyes and try to
Yeah, time is
focus on
ticking.
the flashbacks of this place.
Nope.
Oh my god, what is wrong with you guys?
We don't know.
So many opportunities.
I'm still
And
only
we
getting.
fail miserably.
We
It's
have
still-
good ideas.
It's still all fuzzy in my head, guys. I think I'm still under whatever effect the Feywild had when I left it. So my memory is still hazy. I'm only getting flashbacks of whenever I see something. I look around and see if I can maybe find a staircase up towards her chambers. Maybe there's something in a diary or a ledger or maybe anything.
Yeah, okay. You can see a staircase that leads up to, her,
I'll follow Oberon.
Okay then. Going up carefully, not touching any of the vines. Again, I don't want to disturb the weird sacks on the ceiling.
Okay.
That's fine.
Everything here is connected. Don't touch the vines.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Going up then. I'll try to go towards her chambers.
Okay. Absolutely.
If the door's open, I'll walk straight in.
Yeah, the chamber lies open. It seems like the vines have kind of wrapped their way all across the ceiling, even up this staircase, so to be careful to avoid many of them on your way up. And you can see that there are more kind of, maggot sacks around here, for lack of a better term. Her, gigantic bedchamber is open before you.
The dice gods must hate us.
And Faye the Brutish Juggling cheers 375 and gives Leanna a natural 20.
Yay!
There we go.
Yay!
Thank
We
you very
all
much.
need those.
Yeah, today more than ever.
Yeah. All right then. I'll go up to her either dresser or chest of drawers where I can find maybe see if I can find a personal belonging like a diary or any note. So I'll search.
Okay, roll me an investigation check, you guys.
Yeah, I'll roll one.
Meanwhile, Nate does his usual and finds if there's anything particularly nice to steal.
Oh my.
Oh no.
Yeah, you
Yana
can.
and Georgie are right by you.
And
No, I'm just letting
Dude.
you know that
dude,
we're right by you.
as I walk in, I will literally turn to both of you and go, right, I'm going to see if there's anything shiny or important or valuable or magical.
I'm pretty sure Auburn said not to touch anything.
Yeah, Oberyn also has flashbacks like some sort of war veteran. I ain't trusting that. I want to go get some stuff.
No, Nate, no.
What? You know me, right? You know me.
I know you,
can't
and
help
I
myself.
love you, and I think this is a bad idea. And I think you should try to control yourself.
Do I see anything particularly shiny from the actual door?
Maybe roll me an investigation check.
Yeah. Oh, we'll try. No.
Yeah, not really. There's nothing is very shiny around here at all. It's usually got eyeballs on or
She not got any
vines.
finger. She not got any rings on her finger.
Oh my god.
She's just got vines on her fingers now.
He looks more
Oh,
smart
you're
like than
mean,
anything.
Nate. You're mean.
Yeah, Leanna got a 15 on her check.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 15 on my investigation.
So you don't see a book or any kind of diary, but you do see that there is some kind of sprite underneath the bed.
Alive.
Alive and sort of shivering, it looks like.
Oh my gosh! Oberon, here.
Huh? I let Pyrrhol come out my sleeve and I look under the bed and I see this small quivering form and I let Pyrrhol go visible and step down towards her and towards it and Pyrrhol try to comfort her or something.
Okay. So Pyrrhol kind of brings out the little pixie who seems to be almost sort of like comatose. And kind of like, you know, quivering, looks very shocked, very afraid. Thanks for over the 13 months. Holy shit, that's a long time, dude.
Yay!
There we go. Let's raise some drinks, boys.
Pyrrhol, who is it? Do you recognize them?
I don't know, but there are lots of us. I mean, could be anyone.
What is your name? Can you speak?
The little pixie sort of looks up at you, kind of afraid, looks like very scared of you, and says, "My name's Pepper."
Aww.
Pepper, I mean you no harm. Do you remember me? I'm Oberon. I used to serve under Queen Titania.
I think I remember you.
It's a long time ago. I can hardly remember this place myself. Are you okay? What happened here?
It's just we have to hide. We have to hide.
Hide?
What
Hide from
from?
what?
She kind of like looks up at one of the quivering sort of stacks of eggs. Won't be long now.
These things hatch from here?
Yeah, they come out and it got worse and worse after you left. Everything got huge.
And twisted and rotten and decayed. Whatever happened here, the Feywild magic has been, well, it's been corrupted under the effects of this sludge or this spark.
Even the elves, they were corrupted and now they're up there.
You mean, when I look out, can I see anything? Or
You see the maggots.
don't tell me the elves are those things.
Yeah, and the pixies too, but some of us escaped.
What? What in the name of...
I become very afraid.
Listen, we're gonna get you out of here, but first we need to fix this problem before, well, at its source. And I think I know what is the source. Do you want me to shelter you? And I offer like a pocket inside my tailcoat.
She says, you must have gotten in here. Are you safe?
We haven't disturbed anything yet, and yeah, the rest of my adventurers are downstairs. I'm sure they're not touching anything right now.
All of the things are being
With-
touched.
I'm not sure it's gonna be long now before Nate becomes more interested in finding something more shiny.
She kind of nods, scared, and jumps into your pocket.
All right, stay down, Pepper. We're gonna handle this. Okay. We'll walk back down the steps, and I'm keeping my eyes locked on the Queen Titania as she's just still in stasis, but I'm very concerned now, and I hold my fingers up to my lips as I approach the rest of the guys. Okay, it looks like the situation is more tragic than what I originally thought. The reason why this place is abandoned, and I point up, is because the denizens are turned into those.
The what?
They are the Feywild elves which used to belong here.
So you're telling me that the maggots are
Yeah.
people?
Yeah, were
And we
people.
just killed one. And we killed one earlier.
I don't know if there was a way to
To be
reverse the effect.
honest, I've killed men for lesser things than vomiting on me, so that thing had it coming.
This is something out of a nightmare, and I want to wake up. But first, I need to set things right. And I look over towards Queen Titania, laying there, sitting there. She's clearly feeding them. This must be what's happening. She's one supplying the magic. Even I get my powers from her. She's my patron after all.
Then what do we do?
I don't want this to continue.
So killing her's out of the question?
I want to disconnect these vines from her. Firstly,
But wouldn't they grow back?
Yeah, I mean, you guys.
See what they did in the front gate.
Oberon is like, you'd be pretty sure that you have no idea how you would kill a Greater Fae.
an archfey, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me.
Maybe if I think on this more, I might be able to find a way. I don't know, but I'll try.
What about fire? Fire normally kills everything.
No, we are
Hold
not
on.
doing that.
Hold on. Do we have any more? of
Said the
anti-venom?
fireball girl.
I do.
I've got
Yeah,
one.
I do
I
too.
got two.
Can I? And I offer my hand out.
Yeah.
I'll-
Here.
Sure. No, yeah,
Alright.
You're gonna try and use it on Queen Titania?
I'll take the bottle off of Georgie, and I will go approach Titania in her chair and just delicately open up her lips and pour this antivenom down her mouth.
Yeah. Okay. So you pour the quite thick liquid down, and you see that her like gnarly wooden skin sort of turns a slightly paler color, not completely, but looks like it sort of regresses in age somewhat, and she kind of and looks up at you.
Titania, are you okay? It's me,
He
Oberon.
looks at you with quite wild eyes. Who? Where am I?
Gone for years. Do you remember me? Do you remember what happened?
Why am I awake?
You was in some kind of stasis, maybe a long dream. It seemed to you. This place, it's twisted, it's corrupted. Everything's gone to hell. I don't think you should stay here.
She kind of looks about her at the group of you and says, "But why am I awake? Why did you wake me?"
I did this because, well, I worried about you, and this place is clearly gone to hell, and you're the one who might be, and I point to her hands, her fingertips, which are all connected. I think you're the one responsible.
She says, "The only way that I can keep it at bay is when I focus entirely on it. But I'm asleep."
You mean you're stopping this thing? I thought you the last time we spoke, you was using the magic to further this.
It went too far, Oberon. It got a hold of me. It's inside of me now, growing. It's all I can do to try and hold it back.
What?
I was mad. I could not see.
Where did you get this stuff originally? Who supplied this?
It was a gift.
From who?
Was it the Yens?
Came through a portal.
Describe them to me, if you can.
She says, it was a great beast. A serpent. Brought it with it.
Do you remember a name? And this is like, I'm getting like a good image of who this is for now. My tone changes from very serious.
Yeah. The only name it gave was the Great Serpent. I must return. And you see that the vines are kind of like beginning to kind of lash themselves around and sort of like whip back and forth.
Is the whole Feywild like this? Or are you stopping it from spreading?
I'm trying. I was trying.
Can we do anything to help you?
How do we get out of it?
She
We're trying to make a cure for this. It's happening in our realm as well.
did you use on me?
We used an antivenom. It's supposedly a cure. We were sent here because some of the drugs, sparks, and sludge, they came from the Feywild.
How much do you have?
They originate from here.
We have more on our plane. Not much now, just a few vials left.
They're using your magic, the Feywild itself, to twist it and further it, and they're trying to make this drug evolve. It's
Mutating people. There's even blights in our plane as well.
lights. That was the early form of it. They tried like an airborne version, and well, it seems it's got worse here.
Someone told us that something in the Feywild was blocking us being able to fight it, and they thought it might be you, but that obviously doesn't seem to be the case.
She says, well, I don't know. Perhaps with my existence, I act as a buffer on both sides. I'm stopping anything from coming in.
So your magic is the one that is kind of like the catalyst for it, but at the same time, you're now preventing it from spreading in the Feywild and from the Feywild into the material world. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. Yes, I think so.
Then we need you. We need you as much as they need you. And
But if I were to close all of the portals, even the old ones that you came through, then that would cut everything off.
but then I would never be able to see you again.
You haven't exactly been visiting regularly.
You've got a point there.
It would change your powers, for certain. The world would be cut off from the material plane.
My powers are a small cost if it means stopping the world from becoming this. Alright, I think we know what we need to do. You need to return to your sleep, and we will try and find a cure in the material world and stop this from spreading. We have more antivenom if you want us to give you the last of our dosage. But it might keep you awake. I'm not sure. When I poured it down your throat, you said you came out of this slumber.
She nods and says, "No, I do not need it. Better to sleep. The eternity's away."
Well, this should be my last service to you.
Secretly wipe a tear away from my eye.
Then my last service to you, my queen, will be to sing you a lullaby. And I'll begin casting sleep at the highest level I can. And as my memories come back to me slowly, and I'll sing her the same lullaby she sung me when I was younger, when I was a young boy, when I came into the Feywild, and she taught me everything I know from such a young age. So I shall sing her a lullaby, casting sleep on her to return her back to her slumber.
So you guys see before you that Queen Titania opens up a portal similar to the one you saw before, a mirror image of the Twilight Fair. And as you sing her the lullaby, she slowly falls to sleep, and the vines cease their lashing, and the sacks stop quivering, and the group of you are left with Queen Titania asleep, as that is the last portal from the Feywild, which will, when you go through it, close the world off from the Feywild, along with Oberon's powers, and potentially with far-ranging consequences as well. And you know that she's going to be here for eternity because she can't die asleep here.
This don't seem right.
I will give her a kiss on the forehead as she falls back into her slumber. And I say, she's given us one last chance to get out of here. It's the only way at the moment. No, you're right. It isn't right, Nate. But for now, this is our only solution. And we have work to do back in the material world.
We'll make it as right as we can on the other side. And I take Oberon's hand.
Thank you guys for coming here with me. I thought this would be a confrontation, but rather it's more a rude awakening. And now I know.
And maybe a final goodbye.
Once this is all done, I will search the Forgotten Realms and find another way back into the Feywild to return to her. Once we've found a cure, once we stop this from spreading. And I know who to be hunting first. That great serpent. You'll pay for this.
Oh, I
I
definitely.
agree.
I mean, he had something to do with Oliver's death, so I gotta kill that thing too.
He's
Come on, let's go before the
taken
portal
my-
closes.
yes. Let's go.
Pepper, I reach Pepper out of my pocket. Would you like to come with us?
Pepper nods furiously. Yes, please, anywhere but here.
All right then. I'll hold both Pyrrhal and Pepple's tiny hands, as I step through the portal.
I follow through.
Yeah, I'll go as well. I follow.
All right. So you jump through the portal and arrive back in the mirror maze in Torgim. And as you jump up and out from it, you look behind you and you see the mirror that was there just melting away into a puddle on the floor and down into the earth. And the group of you feel a almost electric feel of like magic coursing through you as the last of Queen Titania's presence within the material plane fades, and you all level up.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
However,
You're so sweet.
there are some consequences to
There are.
the material
I-
plane.
Try to tap into my Fey magic momentarily, just to simply cast a cantrip or anything, just to see what's happened.
Yeah. It's almost as though the battery is gone. Like the circuitry is there, right? Everything like should work, but the energy source is gone.
Wow. So I'm actually unable to cast
And you kind of
my
warlock
spell.
sputter. Yeah.
You're no longer a warlock, you're now just a bard.
That's crazy. It looks like I'll have to turn to my own innate spellcasting.
So
Hmm.
yeah, a couple of options for you, Chris. What you could do at this point is retake the levels just in Bard if you wanted, using the last of Queen Titania's energy to do that, or you could seek out another patron.
Interesting. Another patron. Make a new pact.
Yeah, I mean you don't have to make the decision right now.
Okay.
You can think of it on that for next session, but
Thanks.
it's
All
something
right.
to keep in mind.
Wait,
That is interesting.
we need to find someone. We need to ask them what day it is
Yeah.
It's
you-
true! Let's get out of here!
right now.
Let's Come on, Dobby, let's go!
Oberon doesn't reflect the same urgency that everyone else is showing right now. He's actually got a sad look at his hand as you see this kind of like black starlight magic kind of sort of fading in his hands, and it shimmers and shudders away as it's sort of the starlight falls between his fingers like sand and just turns to nothingness.
So, as the group of you return to the material plane, it's time for a viewer decision.
Yay!
And time is the operative word, because I want you guys, underneath this line here in chat, to tell me one of the events that's happened in town whilst these guys have been away. Now, time in the Feywild is very different. It may have been weeks, it may even have been months or years since these guys have been here. So, tell me what has happened in the town while they were gone. Underneath that line there in
I'm just
chat,
gonna
my
look at the
friends.
poll. I'm not gonna vote in it. I'm just gonna wonder what they're gonna vote for.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm allowed to vote. I'm just not allowed to
That
use.
is
Nah,
how
it's cheating.
it works.
Yeah, that would be cheating, but I
Um,
could. All right, so let's. Is there like someone outside the area? Like,
You're in the mirror maze at the moment.
yeah,
So
we gotta get out of the mirror maze.
yeah. So you rush out, and you see that the looks like the Twilight Circus have left, leaving only this sort of maze behind.
Ugh. This is almost deja vu, but instead of coming out to the Twilight Fair, it's nothing here. Ugh. What town are we in again?
Organ.
Hmm.
Ma-
Maybe
We should at
maybe
least see if
Mr.
Xander's
Duncan.
still here, because he has to
Yes.
take us back to Phandalin.
Yes, we should just find Xander. If he's still here, then maybe it hasn't been too long. I mean, how's the weather? How's the weather? Is it the same?
The weather looks largely the same. Yeah, you're arriving in the eventide. So you know it's slightly dusky around here. I am gonna need a minute because a lot of these viewer decisions are gonna radically change how I describe the town to you guys.
Fair enough.
If we can't find Sander, then maybe Duncan will know what to do, and
Yes.
he may have sent his men off already. If
Yes,
not,
and-
we can join them.
Right. Let's go to his house thing, mansion, whatever. Nate, lead the way.
Yeah, right.
All right, if you guys could buy me a couple of minutes and talk have a scene amongst yourselves, I suppose.
Well,
Yeah.
I've done my level up already, so.
I need to do mine. That's right. So I think it's my I think it's my hit dice plus my Constitution.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
All right, straw polls here, guys. Go ahead and vote for me.
As I predicted, it's my magic of my warlock is gone. My patron, whilst slumbering in a cut-off plane of existence, seems I don't have access to a few things. But hey, I still have Pyrrhal and a new companion here, Pepper. I'll introduce Pepper to everyone.
Hey guys.
I know
Hi,
Leanna
Pep.
knows.
So what is this place?
This is welcome to the material plane.
Yeah.
This is where this is where different types of people live. That's all.
Yeah. You're kind of in the suburbs of Waterdeep.
So
Not really.
who rules around here?
This area specifically, a gentleman.
no,
by
Well, I
the
mean
name-
like the land. Is there a Queen Titania?
No, it's like,
Cousin?
rules only count because if you're good at breaking them, then they don't count.
There are kings and queens, but they come and go, replaceable.
They don't live for eternity.
They rise and fall.
Wait,
unlike our
how long do you
queen,
guys live
Titania.
for?
It depends on certain races.
At my rate, probably about 30 years.
Yeah. Whereas nothing compares
No,
to the
we
splendor
want
of
to
our
live a
queen.
nice old age, all of us together in Tresendar.
I could live for about a
Very
couple more
happy.
centuries.
So you're all mortals.
That would
Yeah,
be the
Pepper.
word for it, yeah.
In a
We're
way.
mortals.
Yeah, we're more. Yeah.
Oh, that sucks for you guys.
Yeah, don't say it with such disdain.
You guys are
I
gonna
think
die
I-
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey, I
Well,
just
to be
pulled you out
honest,
of the...
Peppa, I'm gonna live way longer than these guys. Just
Yeah, but it's
saying.
like a blink of an eye.
Oh boy, you should be.
Who's
a
even
therapist.
gonna remember you guys in
Hey, Pepper,
centuries? No one's
you
gonna
would have been,
remember.
Gone in the blink of an eye if we hadn't got you out of there.
Yeah, Pepper, you could be gone in a blink of an eye. Perhaps a clap. I'll just crush you.
Hey,
No,
Quiet,
no, we
come
are
on.
not threatening our new friend.
Yeah,
Hey,
she
I'm just playing.
she hands on hips. Like, see, you try.
What
I
are
like
you
Yeah,
like?
I'm good too, Peppa.
What are you like? You literally are the size of a pepper shaker.
But I'm quick,
why do they
and
call
she
you-
like zips around your head 10 times in a second.
Why do they call you Pepper then?
All right, you're fast. I'll give you that. Woo.
Is it because you make people sneeze with your pixie dust? I'm guessing.
She looks mischievous.
I like her. She should stay with us. She's
Yeah.
cool.
I like her too.
Amazing.
So, let's see. All right, I got it.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, please.
There was a close one, but I'm gonna choose this one because we kind of did a different one very recently before. So, you guys gonna head out into the town,
Yeah.
and there is no one around.
Is this? Are we? Wait, where are we?
You're in Torgim,
Yeah, that's what.
where there was previously, when you were here last, a massive festival going on with thousands of people getting roaringly drunk.
There's no sign of anyone.
no one here whatsoever. You can't see any signs of like war or anything like that. It looks like there are still like, you know, plates set at people's homes and stuff like that for dinner, and
It's just quiet. It's a quiet town.
I'm gonna walk through town, opening doors and things.
Let's just go to Duncan's. Maybe, I mean, if he has a large place, if something bad happened, maybe he was nice and sheltered people.
Yeah, we were definitely on the way to Duncan's. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Fair
Duncan
enough.
is the whole winter estate.
It's just this place is creeping me out a little bit. It's a little bit quieter than
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah.
It is a little
Yeah.
quieter. I
Maybe
guess,
it's just the morning. Maybe it's just everyone's hungover, and
Right.
that's why it's so quiet.
yeah, after the festivals ended,
It's
it must
been
seem
one day.
quiet.
Wow. You did say that time travels differently, so it could have been weeks.
Don't say it. Don't say it's been years.
No.
God.
No.
No.
I really couldn't bear that. I
Yeah, I know. Silda might have thought you just ran away from him, and the rest of the village might have thought that we ran away from them. Oh, how crazy would that be?
Almost as crazy
That's
as
not
coming
funny.
back the first time and not knowing.
They could all be dead.
That's not. Stop saying things like that.
What? You just gotta be
Let's just go to
pragmatic.
the estate and figure out what day it is, or how long it's been since the festival.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
there will
sure
at least be guards on duty or something.
Duncan has a calendar. I can't imagine he doesn't have a calendar.
So we head up towards that the whole winter estate if we can.
Yeah, you do so. You don't see any guards at the doors. The doors are open. You can see
We really did send every man.
Man, this is a vagabond.
every
dream.
man, woman, and child.
Yeah, looks like we've got not just an army, but the entire militia of this place as well to back us up. See, Hallwinter's not such a bad guy as I push open the doors to reveal the.
I'm
place.
gonna be right back. I think I have an idea. Of who to ask, and I just start going back up to find Sander.
Find who? Sorry.
Sander's the
dragon.
dragon.
Daniel the Dragon. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you head out to the
You are
woods.
responsible. You are the eldest. You are responsible. I trust you. If that's what you want to do, Liana. Iana says, hold up. I'll go with her. I'll watch her back.
Yeah,
With you.
thanks.
Okay. So you guys head to
Send Pyrrha with them as well.
Okay. Yeah, you guys head inside.
This is a
The rest of
party
you
split.
to the Hallwinter estate, and there's no one inside. It's empty chambers all around.
Anything shiny?
Yeah, there are. There's like suits of armor around, I guess.
Nah.
Is there
Some
any
silverware you could probably
I
filch.
actually really want to look around his house. I really want to have a thorough look around his house.
Yeah, same. I'll
Right
join
now.
with that.
This seems
Very-
pressing.
Thorough, like.
Yep.
It's important to the.
Oh,
No,
it's just
it
Georgie.
really
Sorry.
is.
Yeah, roll me investigation checks.
I'll be assisting you, Georgie. Okay.
Oh, thanks, darling. I'm not that good at this.
That's what's winning.
Yay! Hold on,
Oh,
let's
wait.
see.
Nice.
Natural 20!
Hey.
Very nice. Very
Nice.
nice.
We're gonna, we're twins.
Find me another loot
That's
while you're
impressive.
It
So,
is.
you
I
guys,
know where he keeps stuff.
right? You guys come across his kind of like private chamber, and there is like a diary kept in here.
Has he got any,
Read the diary. Read the diary.
You
has he
don't
got any
need to tell me
instruments in
twice.
here that he owns?
Say that again.
Does he own any instruments in here?
Yeah, sure. You can pick up, your bardic instruments again.
All right, I'll pick up a new loot.
Nice.
Does he have anything remotely magical or worth money.
He's got stuff that's worth money, right? You know, he's got like, you know, there's gold and stuff around, but it doesn't seem like there's much around.
Has it got like a DH engraved in it?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Perfect.
I want
The-
to read it.
Yeah, the diary seems like the most sort of pressing.
Okay. I'd like to read it.
Whoa! Let me
What?
check. Let me check it for traps.
Oh, okay.
As she hands it to me, I just open it and read it myself.
No! I
No.
trust you with my life.
Works every
Okay.
time.
No, you should. I don't think I can't.
We'll read it together. Look, I want to know too. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna need all the juicy gossip. Let's go.
Oh shit! Fallen One donates £30, magic item, and a nat 20 for Georgie. Thank you, my friend.
Oh!
Oh, let's go.
That's sick.
So sweet.
I like it. I like it a lot. So I put another nat 20 by your face.
You have
Amazing.
2 nat 20s?
No, I used it on Nate to save his life.
Yeah, to save his life, a 20 well spent, and
I still have a nat 20. I haven't used it
Yeah,
yet.
you still got
that
yours.
20 will no doubt
Thank you.
probably
so
save another one's
much.
life.
So,
That's so sweet.
so you, my friend, you have a read of Hallwinter's diary. It goes through from pretty much since he came back from the dead. And so there's some pretty feels bad man stuff about how he loves Georgie and how she broke his heart and how he sadly cries into his pillow every night thinking of her, but it's fine because he hopes that she's just happy and he just hopes that she'll be happy one day,
Aw.
even though he never will be ever again because his heart is shattered into 10 million tiny little shards of glass that bury their way into his insides every single living moment of his day.
Try not to laugh as we read. No, I've just looked at her and go, look, the love of my life died right in front of me. I didn't whinge and cry as much as this little bitch. No offense.
And then that 20 for Nate and Oberon because they need some fan love too. Thank you for all one. Go get some ERP thumps. Chat.
Thank you, sir.
All the
feeling it.
pity donations. Thank you.
Isn't it a D1? Is
No.
it a D100 per magical item, or is that a D69?
No, I've got something. Don't worry, I've got something for
Well,
you.
that means a lot to me, because, hey, that's my first natural 20 from the Twitch chat, so thank you very much.
Oh, nice, nice.
Really, Thomas. Yeah,
There you go.
so good.
So,
Thank you.
When does it change tone?
so yeah, it changes tone perhaps like a couple of months after that. There's a lot of like tear-stained pages. You know when like paper gets crinkled because like there's been water on it. Like there's a lot of that. The ink's been running a lot of the time. But it does eventually sort of change in tone and describes his sort of rise to power, I suppose, in Torgem. And he kind of rises up the ranks a little bit, makes some good investments, and he kind of gets his life back on track. Like this seems like the story of a guy who's like, kind of found his feet again. He's found a new determination after he's sort of over Georgie. It seems like, he is, however, pretty upset when it turns out that there are some spies in Phandelver that have been
Knew it.
Oh boy.
telling him a couple of things. And this would include one Nori Rockseeker,
Cheeky little beardy bastard.
who has been feeding Hallwinter some information on you guys.
God.
Can't blame him though. I would do the same for money.
Spider, right past his beard, hiding secrets in there.
Hiding secrets in his beard.
Yeah.
If
No.
Dragon was here, he would be so pissed off. I'm just saying.
So
Yeah, go on. Go on.
so it goes on for a little while. It also describes that Nate, you know that belt that which you sold in exchange.
I gave to it was worth 40k gold, and I gave it to
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
Could have retired on it.
Yeah. Turns out that he nicked that off the priests. after he came back alive.
Holy
My God.
Taylor.
And
Fucking deviant.
and it's behind that painting over there.
I'm totally going straight to the painting,
Who
throwing
would
it off of the
throw
wall.
Priest.
So you rip down the painting, and you see that behind it is a little kind of like safe.
Okay, can I use
These
my
tools,
feet
go!
first?
Yeah,
It's
go
the
ahead.
first time I've ever got the opportunity to use them, you know?
There you go.
I want to keep.
Did you use them for traps or something?
Ugh.
15?
So you have all the time in the world to go at it, right? So you kind of
Yeah.
like clink, and it opens up eventually whilst Georgie's doing some more reading, and you see the belt is lying in there.
I'm taking that.
Yeah. However, you see that belt as you go to pick it up is not your belt, and there's
What?
there's a little note attached to it, and like a price tag, and it says, "Ha! Think I wouldn't wear a belt like that."
Shit.
Next
Holy crap.
next to the belt, however, is a ring.
Oh, I'm a bit wary of rings. I've got one ring in my pocket that when I put it on chops fingers off. So
And
I'm a bit wary.
Georgie is reading onwards, and there is one brief mention of a ring that he had bought
Oh,
that was
cringe.
for her that he never got to give to her, and it's in that safe. And that is your magic item from Fallen One.
Oh, no. He's both a bastard and a kind of romantic.
I want to close over Lauren's face.
Oh no! Is there like anything magical about this ring?
It's-
There's something in there. Is there a ring in there that's
Uh,
like pretty?
yeah, there's a ring with your name on it.
It's engraved. Yeah,
I don't know.
it's engraved. He'll say.
Yeah, I'll hand it over to her and go, I think Duncan might have wanted to bend the knee, so to speak.
It reads, "Always and forever, in life and in death."
Jabbing the back of my tonsils.
Someone has to be clipping this, or you highlight this on YouTube. Please, please.
Okay, so Nate himself is trying not to laugh as he hands the ring over.
Oh boy.
Thank you.
Oh, but ironic, because I think it's a little bit more magical than it seems. And you might have to wear it to receive its powers, but I don't know if you're technically saying yes by doing that.
Yeah, congratulations in order if you put that on. Just don't put it on that finger, I guess, is the...
Just put it on your right finger.
Put it on your toe.
Oh man, this is so good.
Does it? I'm doing an arcana check to see if there is any...
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Use
Alright.
it at 20, Oberon.
No, I've got 15. That should be enough to sense something.
This may be more savage than the first episode of Tongue Clicks that came out today, which I won't spoil it, but there are terrible things that happen in that. I feel worse. Yeah, on a 15, Oberon, you are pretty sure that this does have magic in it, and you're fairly sure that this has the power of telepathy in it, to specifically to connect with the other half of the ring,
Yeah.
so that you would never be apart.
So that you never have thoughts of another man. Oh, hey, from a practical standpoint, we can at least find out where Duncan is. This is going to tell you exactly where he is. Put it on.
Yeah, you could be with him forever. In mind, body, and soul.
Oh, God. I can't breathe.
Or better yet, Yana, put it on.
No,
Look, I'll put it on, and
No,
it'll be
leave-
hilarious.
I don't
Leave
know.
that
It
to
won't be funny. He'll be angry. And,
The first voice that pops into his head. Right, mate. Nate.
okay.
How's it going, lover?
What if I just like really quickly? And we can say, "Oh, hi. I think your your mana got ransacked by some thieves."
How's
Which is
our mana?
As I'm playing the belt that I stole from him.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna put it on my pink,
Yes.
my
Okay.
left pinky. There. Oh. Ah.
It fits perfectly.
Oh, my pinky.
Ah!
It's magical.
Weirdly enough, yeah, it like fits like the One Ring, you know.
Oh, gross.
One ring to rule them all.
Shut
One
up,
ring to
Leon.
bind them in marriage.
Yeah.
One ring to
Everyone-
bind them all in holy matrimony. Yeah.
You're making me stop breathing. Stop.
alright.
I will. Yep, I put it on.
Okay.
The ring is cast.
No shit, it's cursed. But
Yeah,
Filter
it bites
as
off your finger. No. Yeah. You hear a voice. You hear a voice. Who? Someone there. It's Duncan's voice.
Duncan.
D-
Uh,
Georgie?
yeah.
Is that really you?
It is. We just got back from the Feywild,
What?
and
Where have you
Yeah.
been?
we've been in another plane trying to save everyone, as we do. You know.
But I
normal
thought you were
stuff.
gone. Forever.
When
Oh
was-
shit.
I
how
thought
long
I'd
is it-
I thought I'd lost you. But now you found me again. We
Yeah,
found
just-
each other.
Just focus real quick. How long has it been since you last saw me?
Oh, it feels like an eternity. My heart has been
No, but
Yoni.
like literally, how long has it been since you last saw me?
Oh, I really couldn't put a number on it,
That's
but
the worst person
it
to ask.
it just feels like so long. And now we're back, and I knew that whole Sildar thing was just to make me jealous and
No.
get my attention.
They're speaking
Duncan.
telepathically, I guess.
Yeah, you can just see my face. I'm making all the faces, Chris.
Okay. It's going well, I nudge Nate.
Duncan, I really need are you in Phandelver? Are you at the manor?
No. I'm far from there. I'm south.
Well,
The southern frontier.
Why weren't you going to Tresendal Manor?
Well, yeah, but that was ages ago, Georgie.
Like how long?
Like a lifetime.
For God's sake, Duncan.
Duncan, how old are you right now?
What is age?
Oh,
What's in a number? Yeah.
Duncan, I really,
Yeah.
I need you to just.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
from when did you leave? Wait, let's work this out. How long ago did you leave?
A day,
For
maybe.
me, it was like less than a day. It was like a few hours.
Right. So for me, it's been 2.5 years. Give or
Holy
take.
shit.
Yeah.
No,
No.
not like this.
Have you? So you don't know anything that's been going on?
We don't know that this is
Right,
going
yeah.
on, do we? So
You can see the shocked expression of Georgie
Yeah.
with her
Yeah,
hand over
she
her
just
mouth.
she just fell to the ground, like
I'll
on her
rush-
knees.
rush to help her. Obviously,
What happened? Where is everyone?
He says they're all gone. Everyone had to flee. down to the south after, well, they activated the thing in the mines, and we tried to stop them, but you were gone, and there wasn't anything we could do.
Fuck.
And now they have most of the north, and we're just trying to survive.
Where?
There's more news, Georgie. Yeah. Waterdeep. It doesn't still stand. It was a killing field.
What? Have you heard anything about my family?
I don't think. I sent letters, but
Where's... Where is Sildar? Is he with you?
he's still alive. Yeah, we're part of a kind of resistance, I suppose. We've kind of made things up since you left. Really, we kind of realized that you were our main sort of point of contention. So in one way, that was kind of good that you took some time away, you know?
Yeah. Where are you now? We're going to come to where you are.
Okay, right, if you just keep heading down, south, you know the old forest there?
Mm-hmm.
If you wait there for a few days, we'll send a band up and come and get you.
Okay.
Okay, well, this is odd because the ring is
Right.
always on.
Right.
So-
You wear it.
You can always...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's just habit. Just wear the ring now, because, it's comfy and stuff.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just take it off for a bit because I have to tell everyone.
Right,
Yeah, come on. I'm piecing things together.
But we'll see you soon.
Okay. Bye.
Can you just tell, I'll see you soon. It doesn't matter. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Take it off.
What the fuck is happening? I'm piecing two and two together from what I heard from you. How long has it been, Georgie?
Oh, 2.5 years.
I faint.
I begin laughing, thinking she's joking. And then stop and go, wait, you're telling the truth.
Yep.
Just
What's
hear it
happened?
stop as my body hits the wood.
Clog, what's happened to Phandelver?
Oh, so they activated the thing in the mines, and Waterdeep's gone?
What?
It's just gone.
No. So it's been 2.5 years, and they failed to stop what happened in the mines.
Yeah, and we
I
weren't
come back
there.
around slowly and I'm like, you mean we failed?
Yeah,
I
we
failed.
No.
fucked up.
No, I'm gonna dash out the doorway.
This is all my fault. I took you guys to the Feywild knowing there could be time dilations.
I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna start running down the town straight towards the forest, and I'm gonna head towards Phandelver.
Yeah.
I've got to see it with my own eyes.
Wait, we need to. They're not there. They're not there. The Yuan-Ti have, and I guess the Drow or whoever they have the whole north. We need to go south to the old forest, south of here.
Yeah. As you're shouting this at me from the other side of town, I'll just shout back.
I'm still looking for Xander.
Like, we've still got to go see with our own eyes.
It's not safe. We can't go there by ourselves. We'll just end up dead. We need to find Duncan and Sildar. They're part of a resistance to the south, and we need to get there.
No, I need to go to the town to see what happened.
Nate. No. We need to find the people who are still around it, and they can tell us what happened. We don't need to go there and unnecessarily risk any more lives.
Then don't come.
You're not going alone.
I've managed to lose my powers, lose the entire battle against the Ints, and never see my queen again, all in one day. You're right, no, Nate. We need to see this for our own eyes.
Yeah, just...
Wait.
I refuse to believe... well, I can believe, because I've been in this situation before.
Look,
But if there are still... Did you say that Duncan was still surviving with... Did you say there was a resistance or something?
Yes, to
You
the
mentioned
south. They'll come pick us up in a few days, and maybe let's go. We need to talk to Liana and Iana. If Xander, I don't know why he would still be there. I'm not exactly sure, but we need to get them, and we need to go.
I need to go back to Phandalin. We need to go back. The last place we saw Hagen was Phandalin. Maybe he left a message.
Why would Duncan lie?
I'm not saying he's lying.
Well, to get closer to you, obviously, would be the only.
Yeah, that would be
the only
a
motivation.
stupid lie. Except that I was just suggesting just exactly listening to him and just like going on. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
If he was lying, he's an incredibly good liar to lie within his head as well at the same time.
That would be a stupid lie, because I could just, go to Phandalin and find out.
Which is what we should do to confirm, and
But
then
why is
maybe.
this place
I mean, how far away? We flew on a dragon for like what?
a few hours?
Few hours.
It wasn't.
So it's a
days.
couple, maybe a day or so travel. We could make it back in time for Duncan's men to pick us up.
Right. Okay, but we have to be quick. I don't want to miss him. I need to get to where they are.
And so the fellowship can split. It just reminds you of Lord of the Rings moment. Like,
This is where our fellowship ends.
Okay.
So, are you guys looking to catch up with Liana?
Yeah.
Liana? Alright,
Right.
so let's say you
Right.
guys are a little way out of town, headed towards the forest, and, Liana and Iona, you kind of spot them coming towards you and catch up.
No luck, I
Yeah, but-
assume.
Nothing.
I think we wouldn't expect a dragon to wait.
I looked everywhere. I can't find Xander. He should be here.
He should, but I doubt he got. He probably got a bit bored waiting 2.5 years for our return.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
2.5 years?
According to Duncan, yeah.
What?
And no, we didn't
Then
find Duncan either.
What
And I
happened
really
with the
envious
battle? The allies we collected.
I wonder as well. I'm sure
Has
there
that all
must
been
have
for
been.
nothing? Did we come all this way? Did we come all this way to find a cure for this? For nothing?
It's a tough pill to swallow, Liana. Yes.
We were going to mass produce a cure. We finally found a way.
We left.
We only left this
Norin,
morning.
Norin, yeah, we told him to start producing a cure. We'd already set up an army and a force, a militia, and I refuse to believe they didn't at least
And
put
the
up a
druid
fight.
and Ayana was supposed to, once we got the Feywild closed, she would be able to make a better cure for this. She was
Sure,
going to help mass produce everything.
but by the time we got there and did that, it may have already been a year. It may have already elapsed at that point. So, if anything, now's the time to gather our allies and strike back.
That's
If
why
the
we need to
magic
go
that-
south. We don't need to go into where this all started from.
It might not all be doom and gloom.
But what
We've
happened
just-
to everyone else?
They're south,
sure.
Liana, and Nate.
What about
keeps
Drew?
talking-
What about Haggett?
I don't know.
Elda? And what about Six Fingers? And what about Alandrafell too? What has happened to him and his students? I just don't know anymore.
Well, I'm a little bit worried about Group.
I got up and I hugged Leanna, just basically trying to calm her down. I don't know either.
What about?
So much confusion.
I
honestly,
don't know what to do anymore.
Look, we have to keep moving. If we've just cut off the fuel that actually, provides the sludge and spark with its power, then we may just have gained an upper hand. And I know it's pretty grim right now, but this
But
may
what
be
about Thaddeus?
maybe the turning point. If this is
Anyone who's alive is going to be south of here.
Fuck Thaddeus, he was one of them.
No, he was not. He was my friend.
We need to go south right now. I'm not waiting anymore. I'm not going back to Phandalin. I'm going to where they are.
all
I
right.
think there's a chance, Georgie, that Thaddeus is south with them.
Maybe.
He wanted nothing to do with their plans, and he just led him to his own devices. I'm not sure they would even want him, even after 2.5 years. He could have just rebelled against them.
Maybe, but we won't know until we find where everyone is, and that's not in Phandalin. We need to leave.
What do we do? We
go to the
have a
forest
split
and
decision at the
we
moment.
wait.
Okay.
I mean, I agree we should, but I do want to check out Phandalin on the way. Do you know if in the south is the direction of Phandalin, or is it to the west, or would I know that?
It's south of here, I think. 'cause
Yeah,
we
you
flew
headed north,
from
yeah.
Thunder Tree.
So it's possible we could pass Phandalin on the way with the men that Duncan's going to send, right?
He's there waiting for us in the forest. I mean, I don't know if it's on the way or not. I can't even.
Did he tell us? Did he say that he was going to send men to us, or
Yes.
he was going to go to him?
They were going to come pick us up.
All right then. In that case, we wait a couple days. When the men arrive, we will travel south with them. We will pass Phandelver as we go to see what happened, find out for ourselves, and if it is as Duncan has told us, then we regroup and join him. What does that sound like to you, Nate? Leanna, you're okay with this? We got to keep moving on. I know it's really tough, but trust me, I was just as lost when I came out of the Feywild the first time. I had no memory, but I met you guys.
We go in there.
I met you guys, and you guys gave me a reason to
We
find out
wanted to
everything.
help. We wanted to stop sludge and sparks. That's what we wanted to do, and I think in a way we did do it. But that left a big price.
We ain't stopped shit. In fact, we probably made it worse.
Yeah.
Well, we cut off the magic that's fueling it itself. So
Yeah,
this is
too
the turning
little,
point.
too late, Oberon.
Maybe, but how else were we going to stop it?
Oh, we failed.
We did what we thought was right.
I'm just gonna start walking.
Leanna, you can roll me a D33 as Follow-On donates for he demands a potion for you.
What magical item did Georgie get as well? Did we
Got a ring.
Oh, that was the ring. Jeez. Okay, right. Okay, telepathy.
So you, Leanna, gets the... Ah, this is nice. This is perfect. The Potion of Animal Friendship.
Yeah!
And you can basically cast Animal Friendship spell for 1 hour at will.
Yay!
Is that for the duck?
Perfect for Dobby.
Dobby the duck's already my friend.
It's true.
You could make an army.
I wonder what happened to the
Maybe-
army of ducks.
They're
We had
probably
several
gone.
armies. We had the entire of this town and Phandelver militia, and Sildar was raising an army. Like I say, I refuse to believe that everything's gone to hell until we see it ourselves. And I'll start following Georgie south out of town. But Aren't we supposed to wait here for his men?
No, that in the forest to the south.
All right. Okay,
All right.
then.
So,
Is Nate and Diana following?
Yeah, I follow. I follow down to wherever me.
Okay.
all right.
It
Then.
looks like Georgie's leading the way at the moment. She's the one with the telepathic link as well.
Yeah. So, the group of you head to the forest after having learned that you are about 2 years behind, ahead rather, than when you left. And so you guys head into the woods, somewhat down and unknowing as to what's happened to your friends and family. That is where we're going to wrap up tonight's episode of Lost Minds of Phandelver.
Oh man.
Oh my god!
Disaster.
I am such a cock tease. I'm afraid so, my friends, because we are going to head into...
Chat anyway.
Well, you'll get it for next week. I mean, it doesn't go.
Yeah, I can. It might be a nice, cool animal. I'll have that as well.
Exactly. Because we're going to head into our next campaign in a couple of minutes' time here, which is the Lord of the Rings campaign, Journey into Middle-earth. If you guys enjoyed today's show and you want to watch more, then please do hit that follow button and join us. We're online for over 6 hours today. We've got a 3-hour game of D&D Lord of the Rings, and then after that we've got a 3-hour Paranoia 2-shot coming up at 7 p.m. Eastern. So stick around with us, we're friends. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. And of course you can follow us on YouTube as well if you want to catch up on the rest of this series. Although you are a little bit spoiled to some of the things that have happened because, oh man, this has been a spicy one. Let me know what you guys thought here about today's episode, because we've been... I've been planning this one for a little while, and I'm glad that I can finally kind of put it into practice. So don't worry too much, Starry. I did have something to the similar effect planned. However, the fact that the town was empty has thrown up a lot more questions, so thank you for that. Thank you, Greg. All right, so let's go around the cast and crew. Did we enjoy ourselves? And where can we find one another online? Let's start with Jillian, who I think everyone's been loving your rather comic facial expressions, Jillian.
Yeah, I think right now by the end of this, I've become miserable.
Oh.
It's fantastic.
Sorry, that 2.5 years has gone by. We made Oberon sad because we had to separate him and his magical powers.
Yeah.
Between Tanya. It's been a sad day. Can we all just type F in chat for the bond between Diana and Oberon, please?
Rip Arena. Fantastic. Lauren, yourself.
Oh yeah, here's
Twitter, yeah.
Here's Twitter.
Lauren, your own thoughts.
What do you want?
You love it.
I do. I love it so much. I do. Okay, yeah. I'll be on Paranoia later. I'm very excited to see Oko and watch his... We've been Skyping with him, and he's just like, what's going on? So
also, I was just followed by someone named Duck Force One.
Good.
Perfect.
And you can follow me on Twitter at @saltyginger, where I will plot Will's downfall.
Fantastic. Chris, big one for Oberon.
I was just rubbing the levels off Warlock off my character. So, oh my god, the elves are just turned into maggots. I was like, oh no, this is bad.
Yeah.
It couldn't get worse.
Shit, honestly, this couldn't have gone worse for me. Although I was expecting some sort of terrible confrontation at the same time. This is even worse than I expected. This is crazy, and obviously everything's backfired on Oberon. He feels pretty bad about this whole episode. I think, and I feel partly responsible for Liana's deep depression now. It's settling in.
Yes, I'm very depressed right now.
Yeah, but other than that, I'm still loving the whole campaign, and this almost doesn't even feel like Lost Minds of Phandelver. It's total new twist on the whole story. Anyway, so I'm loving it. But,
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it. Even though I did destroy your patron, but
The story. She's sleeping.
Bad.
these things
She's having
happen.
a snooze.
I'm so bad. I am.
So
I'm so bad. A bad boy. Fantastic. Liam.
Well, I'm speechless. Such a great twist. I love it. It's very good to be playing in some sort of post-apocalyptic Forgotten Realms. That's gonna be fucking awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
Yes, you can also follow me at RedJesterQQ, and I'm about to post a link to my YouTube channel where we release weekly World's Largest Dungeon crawl videos, and bi-monthly one-shots.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. As I mentioned, we've got another game coming right up, so don't go anywhere. More madness on its way for our journey into Middle-earth. And, of course, after that, we've got our Paranoia two-shot coming up, so stay tuned for that. And, of course, Mr. Oko Sinella will be returning to the channel after a brief sojourn. So stop by for that, and it's going to be a mental one. It's going to be a fun one. So we also have Kiana joining us, of course, Lauren, and Anna will be joining us as well. So really looking forward to that. Thank you guys for this one, and we'll see you very soon. Goodbye, future past people. Goodbye. I'm so evil. You guys. No, you guys are clear. You can't be mean to me anymore. Alright. Turning into our next show, guys. We're going on a quick 10-minute countdown here for our next game, which is our Journey into Middle-earth. It's a Lord of the Rings campaign. And we are in the Mirkwood Forest set 5 years after the desolation of Smaug. My lord, oh lord. But yeah, I've been playing that one for a little one. I was really excited for that one. And yeah, I may have turned a little bit evil, but I blame my slight evilness on Turncloaks. So if you guys don't know, we've just released today, this very day, a new podcast, which is Turncloaks. It's a weekly D&D5E dark fantasy podcast that you can listen to there in chat. It's on iTunes and Stitcher and all of the pod apps that you can hope to extract RSS feeds for if you don't use iTunes. And I'll shortly be uploading a video to YouTube as well for you guys to have a look at. It is about, yeah, as I mentioned. Thank you, Mythos. I do want to quickly play for you guys the reveal video that I've been working on for the past month. Not the video, but all of these things that are coming out for the channel. So I'm going to play this video in case you haven't seen it yet. And for those who have seen it, it's sexy and cool. Check out, coming September 4th, The Age of the Necromancer on Encounter Roleplay.